From Yankee Stadium in New York, the fourth game of the 1960 World Series, the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the New York Yankees. Brought to you today by General Motors and by the Gillette Safety Razor Company.
Value and choice from GM.
Oh, come on in, friends. My name's Len Stokes. I've got more value for you. More cars to choose from, too. Boy, your name?
Frank Buxton.
Well, my boy, do you know that for 1961, chances are you'll find your new car at GM?
But I've always bought my cars.
Lad, that's the 60 wonderful Chevrolet. And right next to it is the new size Chevrolet, the economical rear-engine Corvair.
That looks like a
61 Pontiac. It's all Pontiac on a wide track. And you know, now there's going to be a new size Pontiac, the Tempest, America's first front-engine rear transmission car.
Hey, that's a hot one.
While we're talking hot, there's the 61 Oldsmobile, the action line in performance and design. And there's a brand new size Oldsmobile, the F85, the hot new number in the low price field.
Kind of hard for a guy to make up his mind, you know.
Oh, I'm not finished. Here's Buick for 61, as fine, as new as you can go. And here's a new size Buick, the Special, with the look and luxury of the big cars and the easy handling and savings of the small. The best of both worlds. And here...
Don't tell me. I know that car anywhere. Cadillac.
The magnificent 1961 Cadillac, a new inspiration for the motoring world. Now, what's your car, boy?
My car.
If you want a wagon, sedan, or a coupe for your car.
I need room for my kids. I've got a whole troop. My car.
General Motors knows how to build it and style it.
Man, you get everything but an automatic pilot.
Chances are you'll find your new car at GM. Cause there's more to choose from. Value and choice from GM.
How much for all of them?
Come back in 10 minutes, son. We'll talk about it.
And remember, all of these great General Motors cars are backed by the new GM dealer warranty, which excludes only tires and those items recognized as normal maintenance. It provides the finest kind of protection for your investment during a full year or 12,000 miles of driving, whichever comes first. Well, good afternoon, baseball fans. Chuck Thompson along with Jack Quinlan at Yankee Stadium for the fourth game of the 1960 World Series. The weather conditions in New York this afternoon are just as fine as they were yesterday, and yesterday they were ideal for the playing of baseball. A bright sunshine pouring down at Yankee Stadium. The temperature before the game today registered as 68 degrees. And before us now, taking their warm-up tosses, a pair of slender right-handers. For the New York Yankees, Ralph Terry, and for the Pittsburgh Pirates, it will be Vernon Law. Well, the big question in the minds of baseball fans here in New York this weekend, and I would imagine in the rest of the world, can the Pirates bounce back from the devastating pummelings of the last couple of games? And believe me, this was the primary topic of discussion wherever you went last night. There was little or no looking back insofar as Danny Murtaugh's handling of the Pirates or to the more apparent collapse of Pirate hurling. It seemed to me that most of the talk last evening and here this morning prior to the ball game had to do with the possibility of the Pirates snapping out of it. And people we talked to were about, I must say, evenly divided in their feelings. There were many baseball men who were certain that the two crushing defeats the Yankees have dealt the Pirates will completely demoralize them, and it will be easy work for the New York Yankees from here on in. There is, however, a very hard core of respected baseball men, principally National Leaguers, who are certain that the Pirates can and will come back to make a much better showing. Now, it does seem reasonable to assume that the Pirates, who led the major leagues in hitting with a team batting average of .276, are capable of regrouping their forces in order to make a run at these Bombers. They have hit well, fielded well, and pitched well throughout the entire year. Dick Groth, the Bucs captain and shortstop, didn't win the batting title accidentally. Of course, had to win it with many base hits. As a matter of fact, in one game this summer, Dick had 6 base hits, which was tops in the National League. The Pirates, of course, had their big days, as the Yankees are having theirs seeming right now. As a team, the Pittsburgh Pirates had more hits in a single game than anyone else. 23 base hits in a single game was a league high this past summer. And their first baseman, Dick Stewart, also topped the National League in a single game performance with 7 runs batted in. The Pirates then are not a ball club that won a pennant with mirrors and squeaked through with breaks of the game. They led the majors in hitting. They also led their league in fielding. And they enjoyed good pitching throughout. It has been this combination of hitting, fielding, and pitching that has been almost completely missing in the series to date. And if there is to be a bounce back by the Pirates, well, people will certainly tell you it's got to start today. Tomorrow almost certainly will be too late. Here in Yankee Stadium this afternoon, it was our pleasure to sit in the Yankee dugout and, with manager Casey Stengel, go over a bit of a problem in the Yankee batting order. And it brought out some of the very best in Casey Stengel. It was doubtful as to whether or not Roger Maris, the Yankee right fielder, would be able to start in today's ball game as a result of bruised ribs suffered in a collision at home plate yesterday with Hal Smith. Well, he had taken a good bit of treatment prior to the game today, and then went up and took batting practice, and the first two pitches Maris hit went right out of the ballpark into the right field bleacher section, which, of course, made Mr. Stengel feel that there was a possibility that Mr. Maris might play, and he certainly will play. Well, that meant then that Casey Stengel would have to change the batting order, because he had started the ball game with Yogi Berra in right field and batting in the number 2 position. So Mr. Stengel said, well, now we have a problem. He said, I'd better go out and see Mr. Berra and find out where he would like to hit now that Maris is going to play. And with a twinkle in his eye, Mr. Stengel stalked out onto the diamond and talked to Mr. Berra about batting 5. And that's the way he will be in the lineup this afternoon. Of course, there are many stories about Casey Stengel and his sense of humor. And one of the better stories had to do with the Yankee shortstop Tony Kubek when the Yankees went into Comiskey Park in Chicago some time back to play a doubleheader. Tony, who is a native of Milwaukee, had many of his friends coming down to Comiskey Park to see the ball game, the doubleheader that afternoon. A couple of hundred people to be exact. And they were coming down by bus and by train, and some of them, of course, were flying. Well, naturally, when they looked at the Yankee lineup card that afternoon, many of the newspapermen expressed surprise to note that in the first game of the doubleheader, the name of Tony Kubek was missing in the Yankee lineup. And so they asked Mr. Stengel, well, now, how come Kubek is not playing with all of these people coming down here to see him? And Mr. Stengel, never at a loss for an answer, with a twinkle in his eye, said, well, you see, the traffic conditions are pretty bad today. He said, I understand they've got an awful traffic jam, and some of these folks might be a little bit late getting to the ball game. And just to make certain that they're not going to miss seeing Tony Kubek, he said, I felt I might hold that fella back for the second game. Out in center field, the band has grouped, and we will have the singing of the national anthem in just a moment. The power hitting of Mickey Mantle in this series, of course, is something that baseball fans will remember for a long time. Even the usually blasé New Yorker is a little bit excited. In my visits to this great old ballpark during the regular season, Mickey Mantle is almost always greeted with, a chorus of boos here in Yankee Stadium. And I've always kind of felt that maybe this treatment was meant to spur Mantle on to greater things, and perhaps it worked. You'd have to look kind of hard to find one greater than Mantle in the current series. His home runs have not been just home runs. They have been storybook clouds. And the greatest of these, of course, would have to be the second one he hit at Forbes Field in Pittsburgh. And though I didn't think of it at the time, General Manager Frank Lane of the Indians called the turn on Mantle with a quip he made at dinner the first night in Pittsburgh. The meal was served in a most attractive buffet style. The salads, however, were set up on what appeared to be a baseball diamond ringed with asparagus spears. Mr. Lane inquired about the Roquefort and was told by the waiter with a big grin, it's out in center field where Verdon is going to be. Mr. Lane thanked the boy, and with an even bigger grin, he quipped, you'd better move Verdon back into the asparagus for Mantle. Well, the umpires have now made their appearance on the field below us. The lineup cards are being exchanged with Casey Stengel representing the Yankees and Captain Dick Groat for the Pittsburgh Pirates. This program is authorized under the television and radio rights granted by the Commissioner of Baseball solely for the entertainment of our audience, and any publication, reproduction, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game without the express consent of the Commissioner is prohibited. Any commercial or other use of the program, such as by charging admission for its showing, is similarly prohibited without the express authority of the Commissioner. Ralph Terry has just now completed his warm-up tosses. Terry, who is the starting pitcher for the Yankees this afternoon, in the season for New York, had a record of 10 wins and 8 defeats. His opponent, of course, Vernon Law, was the Pirate 20-game winner. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to hear the national anthem sung by Miss Lucy Monroe, and we now will turn things over to our field microphone to pick up the presentation.
In a few moments, as the 69th Veterans Band, under the direction of Patrick J. Austin plays, and the U.S. Marine Corps Color Guard from the New York City Recruiting Office raises our flag. Miss Lucy Monroe will sing our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Lucy Monroe.
Would you all please sing with me?
As Jack Quinlan and I were saying prior to the ball game today, one of the most thrilling things either of us have ever viewed anywhere in the world is the national anthem ceremony prior to the ball game here at Yankee Stadium with 70,000 people standing. It's a sight that you can never forget. We pause 10 seconds for station identification. And now the batting order for this afternoon's fourth game. For the Pittsburgh Pirates, leading off in center field, Bill Burden. Batting number 2 at shortstop, Dick Grote. Batting 3 in right field, Roberto Clemente. Batting 4 at first base, Dick Stewart. Batting 5 in left field for Pittsburgh, Gino Simoli. Batting 6 and catching for the Pirates, Smokey Burgess. Batting 7 and playing third base, Don Hope. The number 8 batter in the Pirate order is Bill Mazeroski, second baseman, and the pitcher is Vernon Law, whose series record, of course, 1-0. For the Yankees, leading off Bob Serve in left field. Batting 2, Tony Kubek, shortstop. Batting 3, Roger Maris, right field. Batting 4, Mickey Mantle, center field. Batting 5, Yogi Berra, the catcher. The number 6 hitter, Bill Skowron, first base. Batting 7, Gil McDougald, third base. Batting 8, Bobby Richardson, the second baseman. And the pitcher will be Ralph Terry. The umpires, behind the plate, from the American League, Nestor Shylock. At first base, from the National League, Dusty Vargas. At second base, from the American League, John Stevens. At third base, Bill Jakowski of the National League. Down the left field line, it will be Stan Landis of the National League. And down the right field foul line, it will be Jim Honachek of the American League. We are only moments away from the opening pitch of the fourth game. Terry will be facing left-hand batting center fielder Bill Burden. And with the game just about ready to start, it is my pleasure once again to turn this microphone over to the voice of the Chicago Cubs and a fellow we all enjoy hearing, Jack Quinlan. Jack?
Thank you, Chuck, and hi again, everybody. Bill Burden ready to step into the batter's box. They've just turned the lights on here at Yankee Stadium. The electrician has just gone to work and flipped the switch, and the lights have been turned on just prior to the first pitch of the ball game. Game number 4, with the Pirates trying to come back. They won the opening game on Wednesday, 6-4, behind Vernon Law. They were beaten Thursday, 16-3, and were shut out here at Yankee Stadium yesterday, 10-0 by Whitey Ford. Here's Bill Burden, the center fielder. He's had 2 for 12 so far in the series, with no homers and 1 RBI. Burden, a left-handed batter. Ralph Terry won 10 and lost 8. Started the season, and he finished it in brilliant form. Here's the first pitch of the ball game. It's a strike right down the middle.
Yankee fans here in New York are confident that they will not have to go back to Forbes Field in Pittsburgh, that the series will end right here at Yankee Stadium tomorrow. Here's a curveball fouled on the ground behind the plate, strike two. Of course, Pirate fans are just as certain that the Bucs can fight back as they did so many, many times during the course of the regular National League season. 2 strikes to count on Burton. During the year, Bill hit .265. The ball game just starting. Ralph Terry, 24-year-old right-hander, fires a swing and a foul ball lifted into the upper deck above third base. Still 2 strikes on Bill Burton. He'll be followed by Grote and then Clemente. The Yankees have serve in left, Mantle in center, Maris in right. McDougal at third, Kubek at short, Richardson at second, Skowron at first. Berra catching and Ralph Terry on the mound. The pride and joy of Big Cabin, Oklahoma. 6'3" right-hander fires a ball that's outside. 1-2 now. Frank Osiak coaching at third for the Pirates. Mickey Vernon at first. Breeze of about 10 miles an hour blowing from the right field corner over toward the left field foul pole. Wind up by Terry. The 1-2 pitch on the way. A high curveball. The count is even 2-2. Beautiful sun-kissed day in the Bronx. 68 degrees. Few latecomers still coming into the ballpark. 2-2 on Burton. Left-handed batter waits. Terry has the sign from Yogi Berra. Now Ralph is winding. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way. Curveball. He struck him out. A slow curveball, and Burton went down swinging. 1 away, and it brings up the captain and shortstop, Dick Grote, the National League batting champion this year, with a .325 average. He hit 2 home runs, and he drove in 50 runs. So far in 3 games in the series, Grote has had 3 hits and 12 times up, with 1 RBI. The Pirates in the first 3 games have had only 1 home run, that by Bill Mazeroski. Here's a ball that's high and inside. While the Yankees have hit 6 out of the park. 3 by Mantle, 1 by Maris, 1 by Elston Howard, and 1 by Bobby Richardson. That one a grand slammer. Wind up by Terry, the 1-0 pitch on the way. Grote takes a strike call on the inside corner, belt high. Only an ineffective mid-season spell marred what has otherwise been the best season for Ralph Terry since he's been in the major leagues. 1-1 pitch, curveball fouled, back on the screen behind the plate. In this year's finale with Baltimore, a key ball game for the Yankees, Terry pitched perfect ball for 6 2/3 innings, and he narrowly missed a no-hitter on 8th and 9th inning singles. At the age of 24, Terry is a bright Yankee prospect for future seasons. A ball and 2 strikes on Grote with 1 out in the top of the first, no score. Terry with an abbreviated windup delivers a ball that's high. 2-2 the count. Pirates hoping to get good pitching and to start some kind of an attack after being shut out on 4 hits yesterday by left-hander Whitey Ford. 2-2 on Grote with 1 away. Bases empty. The windup by Terry. 2-2 pitch to Dick Grote. A swing and a pop-up out near second base. The second baseman Bobby Richardson coming in a few steps. He's under the ball and makes the catch. That ball was hit right off the bat handle and popped up to the second baseman. 2 out and nobody on, and here's the right fielder Roberto Clemente, who's had 4 hits in the series and 13 times at bat. He's driven in 1 run. During the season, Clemente hit .314 for the Pirates, had 16 homers and 94 RBIs. Right-handed batter waits. Here's the pitch by Terry. A swing and a very high fly ball curving down the right field line. Here's Roger Maris moving over near the stands. It's out of play about a dozen rows. 1 strike. Clemente was drafted out of the Dodgers organization by the Pirates, and they've been happy about the move ever since. He is a spectacular type ball player, a demon on the base paths, a fine right fielder, a human fly with a great throwing arm, one of the best in baseball, and a good man with the bat, as the .314 average this year would indicate. Ralph Terry looks in to get the sign. 1 strike on Clemente with 2 gone. Here's the pitch by Terry. A swing and a high foul ball curving back to the right, and it's going to be out of play. Just makes the upper deck about 3 rows up. 2 out, nobody on here in the top half of the first inning. The Pirates and the Yankees in Game 4 at Mammoth Yankee Stadium, where yesterday 70,001 watch the first game here in New York. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Clemente. Curve, it's outside. Started to go for it, but he held up just in time. Terry tried to make him chase a bad pitch, and he almost pulled the trigger. The ball broke away from him. It's 1-2 on Clemente. With that 15-game winning streak that the Yankees closed the season with, they have now won 17 out of the last 18 games they've played. Here's a curve blowing away again. 2-2 on Clemente. In Game 5 tomorrow here at the stadium, Danny Murtaugh, the Pirate manager, has definitely indicated it'll be southpaw Harvey Haddix. Stengel has not made up his mind yet. He's going to wait and see what happens today. The windup by Terry and the 2-2 pitch to Clemente. Curve, a swing and a miss. He struck him out to retire the side. A slow curveball, and Terry strikes out 2 of the 3 Pirates he faces in the first inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. After half an inning, the Pirates nothing, the Yankees nothing.
Value and choice from GM.
Now, for 1961, the magnificent new Cadillac, world's most distinguished motor car. A car of matchless performance sculpted in a new trimness and crispness of line and silhouette. Cadillac for 1961, a new inspiration for the motoring world. Thrill to the new 61 Cadillac at your quality Cadillac dealers.
The 61 Cadillac is ready now at your dealers. The Yankees come to bat in their half of inning number 1. They'll send up Bob Cerv, Tony Kubek, and Roger Maris. On the mound for the Pirates is Vernon Law, who won the first game of the series from the Yankees by a score of 6-4 at Forbes Field. He worked 7 innings last Wednesday. He gave up 2 runs, was tagged for 10 hits. He struck out 3 and he walked 1. He beat Ditmar by a 6-4 score. And his earned run average in the series so far in that one game is 2.57. Law made 35 starts during the season, pitched 18 complete games, which was high on the Pirates staff. Bob Friend had 16 complete games. So here's Bob Cerv leading off. Cerv, the left fielder, has had 3 for 6 in the World Series. No homers, no RBIs. During the year, he hit .253 with 14 home runs. Here's a fly ball to center. Burden comes on, can't get it, a hit. Bob Cerv hits the first pitch into center field for a single, and the Yankees are off the same way they started yesterday. A man on first. Cerv singly into center field. It brings up the shortstop, Tony Kubek, a left-handed batter. Kubek has had 7 for 14 so far, batting .500 in the series. During the year, he hit .273 with 14 homers and 62 runs driven in. Ralph Houck, the first base coach, Frank Cressetti coaching at third for the Bombers. The pitch by Law. He bunts foul back here to the screen. Kubek trying to bunt, and he laid the bat underneath the pitch and hit it right back to the screen for a strike. Defensively, the Pirates have Somoli in left, Burden in center, and Clemente in right. Polk at third, Grote at short, Mazeroski at second, and Dick Stewart at first, playing right on the bag. The stretch by Law. The 0-1 pitch. Kubek swings and lines one into left field for a base hit. Bob Cerv rounding second. He'll go to third. The peg to second base. It's going to be too late. It's a double by Kubek. Tony Kubek doubles into left field, and the Yankees have runners on second and third with nobody out in the first inning. A single by Cerv and a double by Kubek. Time is called, and third baseman Don Hoke moves to the mound to talk to Vernon Law. It brings up right fielder Roger Maris. Maris has had 4 for 12, including a home run. The Yankee right fielder, who led the American League in runs batted in this year with 112. He hit 39 homers during the season. Yankee runners on second and third, nobody out in the bottom of the first inning. Vernon Law will wind. Here's the first pitch to the left-handed batter. Maris swings and he misses. Strike 1. Law is a great one for quotations. One of his favorites is, "I have never met a man who is not my superior at something." Of course, he trusts that will not apply insofar as the Yankee bats are concerned this afternoon. Here's the 1-strike pitch. A ball low. Burgess got down on one knee, blocked that pitch, kept it from going to the screen. 1-1 on Maris, with runners at second and third and nobody out. No score the bottom half of the first inning. The Pirate outfield deep and around to the right. The 1-1 delivery. Curveball. It's low and inside. 2 balls and 1 strike on Maris. The Yankees during the season had a team batting average of 260. 2-1 on Roger Maris. Serve on third. Kubek at second base. Here's the 2-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a curve, and he lines it foul down the first base line, and it goes into the box seats on 1 bounce, and Maris broke his bat on the foul ball. 2-2. In the first ball game of the series last Wednesday at Forbes Field, Maris hit a first-inning home run against this same fellow, Vernon Law. Law holds a position in the Church of Latter-day Saints comparable to the ministry of the Protestants and the priesthood of the Catholics. He's qualified to baptize, marry, and administer the sacraments according to the Mormon church laws. Comes from Boise, Idaho. 6'3" right-hander. He's in a little trouble here in the bottom of the first. Yankee runners on second and third, nobody out, and Maris the batter with a 2-2 count. Mantle on deck. Law has the sign. He's winding. 2-2 pitch to Roger Maris. A swing and a fastball, and he fouls it back on the net behind the plate. The count remains the same, 2-2. A new baseball put into play by the plate umpire Nestor Shylock of the American League. This is a beautiful sun-kissed day in New York. Here's the windup. 2-2 pitch to Maris. Curve, it's inside at the belt. 3-2, a full count. Yankee fans sitting forward on the edges of their chairs hoping that Maris can get a hold of one or at least get on base. Ball 3, strike 2. The windup now. The pitch by Vernon Law. Maris hits a curveball, a pop fly out behind second base. Mazeroski back. Clemente coming in. Clemente says, I'll make the catch. He does. Serve. Fakes a break home as the peg comes in. A strike thrown to Burgess, and serve goes back to third. So there's 1 out as Maris hits a pop fly to Clemente, who makes the catch in short right field. And then Clemente wound up and fired a strike to the catcher. Any thoughts that serve had of coming in were disqualified and stopped in a hurry. He went back to third. Runners on second and third, 1 out now, and here's Mickey Mantle, the center fielder. Mantle has had 6 hits in 12 at-bats, including 3 home runs in the series. They're going to put him on an intentional walk. Mantle is being walked intentionally to load the bases to pitch to Yogi Berra. Here comes ball 2 outside. Mickey just standing there with that bat on the left shoulder. There's ball 3 thrown by Vernon Law. 1 more and they'll be loaded up. This season, in 272 innings of pitching, Law issued only 40 bases on balls, and of course some of those were intentional. His greatest asset as a pitcher is his tremendous control. The bases are loaded now with 1 out in the bottom of the first inning, and here's Yogi Berra, the Yankee catcher. Yogi's had 3 for 9 in the series so far with a couple of runs driven in. This year he hit .276 with 15 homers and 62 RBIs. Bases full of Yankees, 1 out in the bottom of the first, no score, but the Bombers threaten here just as they did yesterday when they scored 6 times. Here's the pitch. A curve strike at the knees on the inside corner. Yogi looks back at Shylock. Didn't particularly care for that called strike. The defense set around to the right and deep. Here's the windup by Law. The 0-1 pitch to Berra. Curve, he taps it foul. The ball rolls out in front of the plate after hitting Yogi on the leg. 2 strikes on Berra. Moose Skowron on deck down here to the right. This season, Law won 20 and lost 9, the best year he's ever had in the big leagues. He is a great pitcher. He's going to have to be great to get out of this. Here's the windup. The 0-2 pitch to Berra. Curve, foul, a ground ball down the third base line. Hope steps on third, throws to first base. Out, a double play. John Hope over to Stewart, a double play. Hope stepped on third, forcing Kubek. Fired across to Stewart, the first baseman, doubling up Yogi Berra, and the first base Yankee coach, Ralph House, put up a pretty good squawk with umpire Dusty Boggess at first base. So in the inning, the Yankees get no runs on 2 hits, And 2 men were left on the bases, and at the end of 1 full inning, it's the Pirates nothing and the New York Yankees nothing.
I wish to buy car. I'm Frank Buxton, famous Hollywood director, maker of widescreen movies that grip the audience.
Well, I'm Len Stokes, and I have wide-track Pontiacs that grip the road.
Perfect. I, who am accustomed to soundtracks, have heard that no tracks are sounder than those wide ones.
You're so right. I can see Pontiac is your car. It's the best music track since the days of the horse car, your car.
The Pontiac story, it would win me an Oscar, my car.
The doors are wider and the seats are higher.
It's long like it's solid, smooth with desire.
Chances are you'll find your new car at GM, 'cause there's more to choose from. Value and choice from GM.
Will be stupendous. What will be, sir? In front of theater, wide track footprints of my new Pontiac, immortalized in cement.
The fans here at Yankee Stadium buzzing, talking to themselves yet about the fine play that Don Hoke made to get Vernon Law off the hook in the bottom of the first inning. Berra slapped a ground ball down the third base line, and Hoke, playing well off the bag at third, moved to his right, grabbed the ball, stepped on third to force Kubek, the runner at second, and whipped the ball across to Stewart to double up Berra by an eyelash at first base. And Law got out of the inning. So here we go to the top of the second. Dick Stewart leads it off for the Pirates. Stewart's had 2 for 8. 260 batting average during the year with 23 home runs and 83 runs driven in. Ralph Terry on the mound with a very abbreviated windup. Gives him a curve, and Stewart swings, and he misses for strike 1. The lights are on, even though we still have a lot of sunshine above us. Nobody on and nobody out. We're in the second inning. Here's a fastball popped up right off the bat handle. Third baseman McDougal coming down the line, sunglasses down, makes the catch, and there's 1 out. Stewart pops to Gil McDougal just to step off the bend of the grass at third base. Brings up the Pittsburgh left fielder Gino Simoli, who is playing in place of Bob Skinner again today. Skinner jammed his thumb the other day in a slide at third base at Forbes Field, the left thumb, and it's still badly swollen, and he is not able to grip a bat the normal way. Simoli has had 2 for 7 in the series. During the year, he hit .267 with 28 RBIs. Here's a chopper, a one-hopper back to Terry. Fires the ball to Skowron, and they're 2 gone. Simoli hits one right back to the pitcher, and he's thrown out. 2 up and 2 gone in the top of the second. And it brings up the Pirate catcher, Smokey Burgess. Burgess with 2 for 8 so far in the World Series. Smokey hit .294 during the year. The official seating capacity at Yankee Stadium is 67,000, but with the standees, we had 70,000 out here yesterday. Here's the pitch. Burgess takes a ball. It's low, 1-0 on Smokey. Terry looking in, getting the sign from his catcher, Berra. Burgess, stockily built left-handed batter. Here's a ball wide, 2-0. Terry started his career in the Yankee organization, was traded to Kansas City, and then the Yankees got him back. 2-0 on Burgess with 2 gone here in the top half of the second, no score. The Pirates and the Yankees from Yankee Stadium. Pitch, curve, tap foul. On the ground off here to the right. 2 balls and 1 strike. Pirate fans, of course, hoping that the Bucks will explode with some dynamite today. So far, in 3 games, they have 9 runs and 25 hits, compared to the Yankee total of 30 runs in 3 games and 48 hits up until today. 2 balls and 1 strike. Burgess waits. The windup by Terry, and here's the pitch on the way. A curve low and inside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Don Hoke waiting on deck, swinging a bat around in the on-deck circle to the left. Pirates occupy the third base dugout at the stadium. The Yankees on the first base side. 3-1 pitch. Curveball high. Burgess walks. There's the first Pirate runner. A walk to Smokey Burgess with 2 out in the second inning. Here's Don Hoke, the fine third baseman of the Pirates. He's had 2 out of 9 so far in the World Series. This fellow wants to be a manager someday. And it might not be too far off. Of course, he still has a lot of baseball playing days left in him. Terry looks in to get the sign from Yogi. Burgess on first, 2 gone in the second inning. Here's a ball that's inside to Hope. Pirate fans are convinced that this is the best Pittsburgh third baseman since Pie Trainer, and that's quite a compliment when you consider the trainers in the Hall of Fame. 1-0 on Don Hope. Burgess on first base, 2 gone in the top of the second, no score. Pitch inside, almost hit him again. 2-0. Yogi steps off to the right of home plate, fires that baseball back to the mound. Hope broke in with the Dodgers, was traded to the Cubs, then to Cincinnati, then to the Pirates. He had another fine year, hitting .282 with 16 home runs. He is not known as a power hitter. Pitch on the way. Strike, slider, letter high, 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike on scrappy third baseman Don Hoke of the Pirates. Serve in left, Mantle in center, Maris deep in right. 301 feet down the left field line to the foul pole. 296 down the right field line here at Yankee Stadium. Burgess with a very short lead at first base. Skowron playing behind him. Here's the stretch. And Terry's 2-1 delivery. A swing and a well-hit ball to left field. Bob Serve is out there, though, and makes the catch to retire the side. Hoke lines to serve in left field, and it's no runs, no hits, and 1 man left on. And at the end of 1.5 innings at Yankee Stadium, it's the Pirates nothing, the Yankees nothing.
Value and choice from GM. Here, with more space, more spunk, more room in the trunk. The new 61 Chevy Corvair. Corvair gives you heavier performance with greater economy in a complete line that includes 4 new wagons, unlike anything ever built in America before. See the 61 Chevy Corvair at your quality Chevrolet dealers.
Drop in and see the new Corvair. Vernon Law taking a few warm-up tosses here while Smokey Burgess gets his catching gear on. And in the bottom of the second, the Yankees will send up Bill Skowron, Gil McDougald, and Bobby Richardson. No score. Here's Burgess coming out. All equipped now to do the catching. Smokey, of course, was on base when the side was retired in the top of the inning. Had to go into the dugout, get the shin guard and the protector, glove, and mask. Now he's back here, and here we go. Bill Skowron with 6 for 15 in the series so far. During the season, Moose was the only Yankee to hit .300. He batted .309, 26 homers, and 91 RBIs. Big right-handed batter. And here's Vernon Law's first pitch. It's a curve low and outside, backhanded by Burgess. 1-0. Skowron was a left-footed punter down at Purdue. Great athlete around Chicago, where he was brought up. 1-0 pitch on the way. A tap right back to the mound. He tried to hold up on his swing on a curveball. He's going to be thrown out by a wide margin. 1 away. Skowron tried to check his swing, and he couldn't do it. He committed himself, and the ball jumped off the bat and went right back to Vernon Law, who threw him out. Here's McDougald, the Yankee third baseman, who's had 4 for 10 in the series with a couple of runs driven in. During the year, Mac hit .259 with 8 homers and 34 runs driven in. 1 out and nobody on in the bottom of the second. The Pirates nothing, the Yankees nothing. Law delivers a curve. It's low, ball 1. The Yankees had the edge on all of their American League opponents during the course of the year. They beat everybody more often than they were beaten by their opposition. Here's the 1-0 pitch to McDougald. A curve, it's high, 2-0 on Gil. A lot of chatter in the Buccaneer infield. Hope, Gross, Mazeroski, Stewart talking it up. Vernon Law, winding. 2-0 pitch to McDougald on the way. A swing and a foul back here to the box seat railing. 2-1. Plenty of speed in that Pirate outfield, too. A fine defensive club all year. With good hitting, good pitching, good base running. And those are some of the reasons they won it and are in this classic. Here's a line drive to right field. Clemente stays in his tracks and makes the catch. He didn't move a step. McDougald lines to Clemente, the Pirate right fielder. 2 out, it brings up Bobby Richardson, who lit the fuse yesterday with a grand slam home run in the first inning off Clem Levine. Bobby has had 5 for 13 in the series, 1 homer and 8 RBIs. Yesterday, he drove in 6 runs, a new World Series record for runs driven in a ball game. Law curves him low and away, ball 1. Bobby hit only 1 home run all during the regular season.
Here's the 1-0 pitch to Richardson on the way. A swing and a line drive. It's a base hit down the left field line. Samoli over, picking the ball up. Richardson digging for two. Here's the throw, and he's in standing, a double. Bobby Richardson doubles over the third baseman's head down the left field line. The second double and the third hit off of Vernon Law. Richardson doubling to left with two out. It brings up the Yankee pitcher, Ralph Terry. Terry hit 122 during the season. This is Ralph's first World Series. He's never been in one up until this year. He has a teammate in scoring position on second base with two gone here in the last half of the second, no score. Game 4 of the 1960 World Series from New York. Game 5 tomorrow afternoon here at the stadium. Game 6, if necessary, will be played Wednesday at Forbes Field in Pittsburgh. Here's a swing and a foul up on the net right in front of us, strike one. And Game 7, if necessary, will be played on Thursday at Forbes Field, Pittsburgh. But as I mentioned earlier, Yankee fans are confident it will end right here tomorrow. Here's the 0-1 pitch, a swing and a foul off the end of the bat back here to the screen, strike two. No score, the bottom of the second. A new baseball thrown to the pitcher, Vernon Law. 20 wins and 9 defeats during the year, with an earned run average of 3.08. Here's the stretch. The 0-2 pitch to Terry. Curve, it's outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Frank Crosetti down here coaching at third in his 19th World Series as a player or coach. Richardson at second base, 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Law has the sign. The 1-2 pitch on the way. A swing and a tap foul off to the left. And the count remains a ball and 2 strikes. During the season, the Yankees hit 193 home runs, a new American League record. And they have used that power during the second and third games of the series. Here's a curve, a tap to the right side, weakly hit. Law off the mound, has it, throws the ball to Stewart in time, and Terry is out, and the Yankees are retired. In the inning, no runs, 1 hit, and a man left on base. And at the end of 2 full innings at Yankee Stadium, it's the Pirates nothing, the New York Yankees nothing. What is it, little girl?
What's the name of that car, mister?
That's Oldsmobile's great new F-85. Now run along and play.
What's great about it, mister, huh?
Why, it's the hot new number in the low price field. With the new Rocket V8 engine for hot performance plus economy. Please, young lady, would you take your sticky lollipop off that fender?
Sure, mister, but that's my car.
It's handled so easy, makes driving a game. Your car.
F-85, what a beautiful name. My car.
It's got room for 6 people, the F-85.
What's ready in and ready to drive?
At the car, you'll find your new car at GM. Cause there's more to yourself. Value and choice from GM.
Now run along, little girl. You know you can't afford to buy this car.
Hey, mister, don't you know little girls have daddies, too?
Top of the third, here's Bill Mazeroski, the Pirate second baseman, leading off. The pitch by Ralph Terry is a curve, a strike on the outside corner at the knees. 0-1. Maz has hit the only Pirate home run of the series. Here's the windup. 0-1 pitch by Terry. Strike 2. Fastball hit the outside corner. 4 for 12 for Mazeroski in the series. He hit .273 during the season with 11 home runs and drove in 64 runs. The windup, the 0-2 pitch by Ralph Terry. Curveball that's outside. Maz started to nibble, but he held up.
1-2 on Mazeroski, leading off the third. He'll be followed by the pitcher, Vernon Law. Then the top of the order, Bill Verdon. The Bucks have had 1 base runner, Burgess, who walked in the second. Terry gets the sign from Yogi Berra. Now the 1-2 pitch. Oh, he stopped. Right at the top of his windup, he stopped. And time was called for a second there. Mazeroski stepped out of the batter's box. Now he moves back in. Terry, 24-year-old, lean, lanky right-hander. Delivers 1-2. A curve outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's even up.
These Pirates haven't given up by any means. They still have a lot of the old chatter down here, talking it up in the dugout at third base. The windup and the 2-2 pitch by Terry. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on a low outside curveball. Mazeroski fans, and that's strikeout number 3 by the Yankee right-hander. It brings up the Pirate pitcher, Vernon Law. Law has been up only once. That, of course, was on Wednesday. And he grounded out. He was up a couple of other times, sacrificed, and was hit by a pitch ball. Neither, of course, counting as an official time at bat. So there's one out, nobody on base, top half of the third, no score. Game 4 from Yankee Stadium. Jack Quinlan along with Chuck Thompson. Another capacity crowd at the house that Ruth built. Pitch on the way. Curve, it's low and outside. Ball 1. 1-0 the count. Law trying to get something started. Here's the pitch. A strike. Vernon is not a real bad hitting pitcher. He hit 181, but he hit 1 home run during the year with 7 RBIs. A ball and a strike on Vernon Law. The pitch by Terry. Swing and a knee-high fastball, and he misses it for strike 2. The Yankees, of course, this year are especially happy to play host to the World Series, the 25th in the club's history, and the 10th in the 12-year Yankee managerial career of Casey Stengel. Strike 3 at the knees. He struck him out looking. So 2 strikeouts in the inning, 4 in the ball game for Ralph Terry as Law is called out on strikes. And it brings up the top of the batting order, center fielder Bill Verdon. Of course, Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Joe DiMaggio, and so many more legendary heroes of baseball have thrilled millions of fans here at Yankee Stadium. And this World Series, too, is producing new heroes, new thrills, and moments of greatness that will rank alongside other historic events in Yankee Stadium history. Pitch low and inside to Verdon for ball 1. Verdon is in the sporting goods business during the offseason with another Major League ball player, Jerry Lumpy. Left-handed batter waits. Here's the pitch by Ralph Terry. Curve hit on the ground to the second baseman. Bobby Richardson gobbles it up, flips to Skowron in time to retire the side. 3 up and 3 down for the Bucks in the top of the third. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. And at the end of 2.5 innings of play at Yankee Stadium, it's the Pittsburgh Pirates nothing, the New York Yankees nothing.
Value and choice from GM.
This year, General Motors offers you cars with more solid value built into them, more breadth of choice than you've ever known. Yes, it's
Value and choice from GM.
So today's the day to see your quality GM dealer.
Here's something every motorist should know. Exclusive GM Guardian Maintenance, which means factory-trained mechanics giving educated service with factory-approved parts and the most modern equipment. Take your car or truck to your GM dealer for Guardian Maintenance. Bob Serve is going to lead off in the Yankee half of the third. He singled to center field the first time up. He'll be followed by Kubek and Roger Maris, the top of the order up here for New York as they bat in the last half of the third, no score. While Law takes his warm-up tosses, third baseman Don Hoke is standing on the edge of the mound talking to him and watching him. Hoke is a fellow who takes great interest in everything that is taking place on the diamond, and that is one of the reasons that he is considered a real good prospect if he ever does become a manager. A baseball mind, and a good one. Here's Bob Serve, the left fielder for New York, leading off the last half of the third. Law into the windup. The pitch by Vernon on the way. Sharp breaking curve. It's down low for ball 1. No score. Bottom of the third, just starting. Vernon Law's 1-0 pitch to Serve. A swing and a ground ball to Grote's right. He's up with it. Here's the long throw over to Stewart. In time, Serve is out, 1 away. Nice play by Grote, going a couple of steps quickly to his right. 1 gone. Here's Kubek. Tony doubled to left field in the first inning. He's a Milwaukee product. Left-handed batter. 1 out. Vernon Law into that windup, kicks the left leg and fires a fastball strike on the inside corner just under the belt. Law is somewhat reminiscent of Freddie Fitzsimmons. When he pitches, he spins around a little bit, not the exaggerated spin that Fitz used to use when he spun all the way around and looked out towards second base. Here's a curve. It's low and inside. 1-1 on Kubek with one gone in the bottom of the third. The pitch by Vernon Law on the way. Kubek takes a curve, a strike. 1-2. Nestor Shylock of the American League is the plate umpire. Dusty Bogus of the National League at first. John Stevens, American League at second. Bill Jakowski, National League at third. Stan Landis of the National League on the left field line. Jim Honachek, right field line. Here's a curve popped up down the first base line. Dick Stewart backing up. Second baseman Maz under the ball, and he makes the catch in fair territory some 45, 50 feet out behind first base. So they're two gone as Kubek pops to Mazeroski. And it brings up Roger Maris, the Yankee right fielder. He hit a short pop fly to the right fielder Clemente back in the first inning. As Chuck mentioned earlier, there was a question mark whether Maris would play in this ball game because of bruised ribs, which happened in a collision at the plate with Pirate catcher Hal Smith yesterday. Here's a shot foul hit on a curveball down the right field line, hits the box seat railing and ricochets into right field where Clemente picks it up and throws it out of play. Maris was sidelined for a while with cracked ribs this season and sidelined for a time in '59, an emergency appendectomy early in the year. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Rogers, swinging a fastball, and he grounds one to the second baseman Mazeroski. Here's the plate of Stewart in time. 3 up and 3 down for the Yankees in the last half of the third. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on. Quick work by Vernon Law. And at the end of 3 full innings of play at New York's Yankee Stadium, it's the Pirates nothing, the New York Yankees nothing.
Value and joy from GM.
For 1961, Buick presents the new special size Buick Special, the best of both worlds. The look and luxury of the big car world, plus the easy handling and savings of the small. Smaller than the big cars, bigger than the small. The best of both worlds. See the new 1961 Buick Special at your quality Buick dealers.
It's ready and waiting. Go and see the new Buick Special soon. Fourth inning getting started. Dick Grote, Bob Clemente, and Dick Stewart, the first 3 Pirates to face right-hander Ralph Terry. Pirates trying to square the series at 2 victories apiece. They won the opening game on Wednesday 6-4 behind Vernon Law, then were beaten 16-3 and 10-0 by the Yankees. Here's Grote, shortstop, and captain, and National League batting king. He popped up to Bobby Richardson the first time up today. No score, the 4th inning just starting. Ralph Terry looking in, getting a sign. He's into the windup. And here's the first pitch to Grote. It's a ball. It's high. 1-0. Pirate fans talking it up. They'd like to see the boys from Pittsburgh score a few. The windup. The pitch to Grote on the way. Here's a ball that's high and outside. A slider. 2-0. There's a gap in left center field between Bob Cerv and Mickey Mantle. Mantle is shaded over toward right center. Grote is a good right field hitter. He's a very good hit-and-run man also with a man on in front of him. Here's a strike, letter high, 2-1. Grote leading off the top of the 4th. He'll be followed by Clemente. The Bucks have their 2, 3, and 4 hitters up here in this inning. Terry winding. Pumps once, twice, kicks the left leg and delivers. Fastball high, 3-1 on Grote. Pirates haven't had a hit yet. They've had only 1 base runner, Burgess, who walked in the 2nd inning and was stranded on first base. 3-1 on Grote. Now the windup and the pitch by Terry on the way. Strike 2, hit the outside corner, letter high. And it's a full count, 3-2 on Grote, leading off the 4th inning. 0-0 ball game. Terry into the windup again. 3-2 pitch on the way. A swing and a fly ball into center field. Here's Mickey Mantle moving over to his right, coming in a step or 2 under the ball, and he makes the catch, 1 gone. Grote flies to Mantle. Brings up Clemente, who went down swinging in the 1st inning. 1 of 4 strikeout victims of Ralph Terry thus far in the ball game. Yankees fire the ball around. Back to the pitcher, Terry. Ralph started 23 games for New York during the year, pitched 7 complete games, and had an earned run average of 3.40. He threw 3 shutouts among his 10 victories. Here's the first pitch to Clemente. Curveball, strike on the outside corner below the belt. 0-1. 0-0, 4th inning, 1 out and nobody on base. Terry into the windup. The pitch to Clemente on the way. Curveball is swinging a foul ball up here to the right, and it's just going to make the upper deck on the first base side. 0-2. A new ball thrown out to the mound. Clemente, right-handed batter, waiting. Levels that bat over the plate a couple of times. Terry, slow worker, getting his sign. Now he's all set. The Yankee right-hander rocks back, and here's the 0-2 pitch on the way. Curve high and inside. He almost hit him. Clemente dropped to one knee to get out of the way. Ball 1 and strike 2 on Roberto. 25-year-old right-handed batter from Puerto Rico. Terry all set again. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Now the windup by Ralph. Here's the pitch now to Clemente. It's on the way. It's a curve low and outside into the dirt. And the count is even now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Clemente up there trying to get the first Pirate hit of the ball game. There's no score. We're in the 4th inning. Yankee infielders talking it up. Here's the 2-2 pitch. A curve. He swung and missed. He struck him out again. Clemente goes down swinging for the 2nd straight time. And that's 5 strikeouts in 3 2/3 innings so far for Ralph Terry. Dick Stewart, the first baseman, steps into the batter's box. Stewart popped up to McDougal the first time up. Victory by the Bucks today would square the series 2 games apiece. A victory for the Yankees would put them in the lead 3-1. Stewart, big right-handed batter. Here's the pitch. Strike, fastball, right down the middle. 0-1. Our broadcasting booth right behind home plate, looking out towards center field. At mezzanine height. 2 out and nobody on here in the top half of the 4th. 0-0 tie. Here's the pitch to Stewart. A check swing, a curve is wide, a ball. Even up. Ball 1, strike 1 the count. The weatherman has said that it's going to remain fair today, but possibly tonight or early in the morning we'll get some rain in New York. It is a beautiful sun-kissed day at the moment. 1-1 on Dick Stewart. The windup by Terry, and here's the pitch on the way. Slow curve, hit past the pitcher, off his glove. Kubek, shortstop, in fast. The throw. He's out. He got it. From Terry to Kubek to Skowron. A fine play by Kubek, charging in after the ball was deflected off the glove of the pitcher, Terry. And Kubek raced in and made the pickup on the edge of the infield grass and threw to Skowron to nail his man. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. After 3.5 innings of play, it's still the Pirates nothing, the New York Yankees nothing.
Frank, bringing back alive Buxton's camp?
Yes, sir.
I'm Len Stokes, and I brought out your new Pontiac Tempest.
Don't let the lion scare you. Down, Velvet Ball.
Here's your new Pontiac Tempest. It'll take you anywhere, Frank. It's America's first front-engine, rear-transmission car. And the wheel track of the Tempest is up to 3 inches wider than other compacts. It's your car.
It's sleek as a leopard.
We can sit here. It's your car.
With an elephant trunk.
And a tiger up front.
It's my car. It's right like the big one.
You steer it with ease.
Does the Tempest climb hills?
Like a monkey climb trees.
That's the car you'll find your new car at GM. 'Cause there's more to choose from. Value and choice from GM.
Oh, the Velvet Paws. Do let him up. He hasn't given me the keys for my new Tempest.
Last half of the 4th inning, the Yankees coming up with Mickey Mantle, Yogi Berra, and Bill Skowron. 3 sticks of dynamite here for New York in the bottom of the 4th against right-hander Vernon Law. Mantle batting left-handed against Law. The windup by Vernon. Here's the pitch to Mickey on the way. Strike on the inside corner, belt high. Fastball. 0-1. Mickey, so far, has homered 3 times in the series. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Curve inside. Looked like he was going to bunt. And the curveball drove him away and spun him around. 1-1. The bottom of the 4th, no score. The Yankees have had 3 hits, 2 doubles and a single so far. Curveball that's high and outside. Very slow, tantalizing breaking ball that hung up there, and Mickey watched it. Ball 2, strike 1. Pirate infield around to the right. So is the outfield. Here's the 2-1 pitch on the way. A swing and a fly ball hit out toward left field. It's curvy now, and it's going to be a foul ball into the front row of box seats down the left field line. 2-2. Mantle broke his bat on the foul fly. You'll get a new one here from the Yankee bat boy. He's talking to the bat boy, saying, give me one with a hit in it. 2-2 on Mantle, leading off the Yankee 4th inning. No score. This ball game, quite in contrast to the one we had yesterday. At the end of 4 innings yesterday, it was 10-0 Yankees, and it remained that way the rest of the ball game. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Mantle on the way. He bunted foul and he's out. He tried to drag on a 2-2 pitch, and he bunted foul at the catcher's feet. It's a strikeout. The first for Vernon Law. Mantle trying to drag on a 2-2 pitch, and he bunted it right at the catcher's feet. A strikeout, and that'll bring up the catcher, Yogi Berra. Berra grounded into a double play to get Law out of a jam in the first inning. The play went Hoke to Stewart. With the bases full and only 1 out, Hoke made a fine play to start the side-retiring DP. Here's the pitch by Law to Yogi. It's a curve. It's wide to the left-handed batter, ball 1. The Yankees this year here drew 1,627,000, which was their best season since 1952. Here's the pitch tight for ball 2. On the road in 1960, they drew more than anybody else in the major leagues. 1,800,000. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Strike, a beauty that hangs on the outside corner, a curveball. It's 2-1. So during the season, home and road, the Yankees drew a total of 3,486,000 fans. Here's a swing and a grounder on one hop to the pitcher, Law. He stabs it, fires to Stewart, Berra's out, 2 gone. Little one-hopper right back to the pitcher, Vernon Law, who took care of him. 2 up and 2 gone, and here is Bill Skowron, who hit an easy tap back to the mound his first time up today. Right-handed batter. No score, the Pirates and Yankees in Game 4 at Yankee Stadium. Here's the pitch by Law. Curve, it's outside, ball 1. Hoke at third, Grote at short, Mazeroski second, Stewart at first. Somoli, Verdon, and Clemente in the Pirate outfield. Pitch to Skowron, swinging a fly ball, well hit, right field, way back. It's out of here, a home run for Skowron. Bill Skowron just broke the ice with a home run into the right field seats over the 344 sign. Law tried to curve him outside, and the Moose went right with the pitch and drilled it into the right field lower deck. Run number 1 and hit number 4 off Vernon Law, and the Yankees lead 1-0. That is the 138th Yankee World Series home run in 138 Yankee games. And it's the 5th World Series home run for Skowron. Here's McDougal taking a strike. Gill lined out to Clemente. First time at bat, there's strike 2. 0-2 on McDougal with 2 gone and a run in. On Skowron's first home run of the series, and the Yankees' 7th. They lead 1-0. Law winding. 0-2 pitch to McDougal down the way. A swing and a curveball. He misses it. He struck him out to retire the side. Strikeout number 2 by Law. So in the inning, 1 run, 1 hit. The home run by Big Bill Skowron. and nobody left on base. And after 4 full innings of play, it's now the Yankees 1 and the Pirates nothing.
Big cars, small cars, any kind at all cars. More cars, your cars. Cars you get. Value and choice from GM.
More new cars to choose from at General Motors. Chevrolet and the new size Chevrolet, the Corvair. Pontiac and a new size Pontiac, the Tempest. Oldsmobile and a new size Oldsmobile, the F-85. Buick and a new size Buick, the Special. And Cadillac. Never before has one company offered so many cars to meet so many needs. That's why when you go to buy a new car, your car...
Chances are you'll find your new car at GM, 'cause there's more to choose from. Value and choice from GM.
We swing into the top of the 5th inning with Gino Cimoli, the Pirate left fielder, leading off. He'll be followed by Burgess and then Hoke. Ralph Terry on the mound for the Yankees now has a 1-0 lead, thanks to the big bat, the Louisville slugger of Bill Skowron. Hit the ball into the right field seats. The windup by Terry, and here's the pitch on the way. It's a curve. It's high and inside for ball 1. Cimoli hit one right back to the pitcher and was thrown out. First time at bat today. Gino, close stance, big fellow, right-handed batter. He has a habit of creeping in the batter's box as the pitch is made. He's starting the creepy now. Here's the delivery. It's a slow curve. It's outside, 2-0. Ralph Terry, a 10-game winner for the Yankees this year, appearing right now in his first Major League World Series ball game. Here's the 2-0 pitch on the way. Strike inside corner, letter high to Cimoli. 2-1 on Gino. The ball game in the 5th. The Pirates trail 1-0. Now the 2-1 pitch to the Pirate left fielder. A strike 2 call. Hit the outside corner, belt high with a fastball. 2-2 on Cimoli. McDougal, Kubek, Richardson, Skowron around the infield from 3rd to 1st. Serve, Mantle, and Maris in left, center, and right. 2-2 pitch on the way. Curve is high up around the head. Ball 3. A full count on Cimoli, 3-2. Gino having a word with the plate umpire, Nestor Shylock. Ralph Terry bends down, gives the rosin bag a quick squeeze. Looks in, gets his sign. Young right-hander fires. 3-2 pitch. Fastball lined right field. Maris comes on. Can't get it. It's a hit. Cimoli gets the first Pirate hit of the ball game. A single to right field. A line drive that dipped in front of Roger Maris, the oncoming right fielder. So the tying run is on to open up the 5th inning for the Pirates. And here is Burgess, who drew a walk the first time at bat. Yankees 1, Pittsburgh nothing. 5th inning from New York. The Yankee outfield around to the right. A nice hole in center field between Mantle and Serve. Here's a high pop foul behind the plate. Barrett coming back. He's not going to have room. It's on the net. 1 strike on Smokey Burgess. These 2 opposing catchers today, Burgess and Bear, are somewhat similar in appearance. Both short, stockily built, left-handed batters with good power each. 1 strike on Smokey. Cimoli on first, nobody out. The 5th inning. Yankees lead on a 4th inning home run by Bill Skowron into the right field seats, hitting it to the opposite field. Cimoli with his lead. The pitch by Terry on the way. Curve lined. It's a foul ball down the right field line. Hits the box seat railing and then rolls back toward the foul line and into fair territory. 2 strikes on Burgess. Cimoli opened up the inning with a shot to right field for the first hit off Terry. Burgess up there trying to keep the thing going with Don Hoke waiting on deck down here to the left. Terry into the stretch, hands to the waist. Here's a peg to first base, and Cimoli's back, standing on the bag. Burgess, the number 6, levels that bat over the plate. Here's the 0-2 pitch. A swing and a little chopper to the first baseman, Skowron. Whirls, throws to second base. He's saved! safe at second. Kubek was upended by Samoli, and the second base umpire, John Stevens, called him safe as both Samoli and Kubek hit the ground out there at second base. It's a fielder's choice. Burgess hit a slow hopper to Scour, the first baseman. He whirled and fired the ball to second base to the shortstop, Kubek, and he was dumped as Samoli slid in, and the Pirates have runners on first and second with nobody out. The tying run at second, the lead run at first, and the batter now is Don Hoke. Little conference, Berra and McDougald, the catcher and the third baseman, out talking to Terry. And the Pirates are threatening for the first time in the ball game. Runners on first and second with nobody out. We're in the fifth inning. Yankees lead 1-0. Don Hoke up. He lined hard to Bob Serve in left field the first time up today. Now the Pirate fans getting a chance to clap their hands for the first time in a while. Samoli at second, Burgess at first, lead away. Hoke bunts a pop-up. The second baseman's going to grab it, and he does. He bunted a little soft line drive to Bobby Richardson, who was planted halfway between first and second base. Hoke attempting to sacrifice, and it backfires. He hits a short pop fly to Bobby Richardson, 1 out. Here's Mazeroski, who struck out in the third inning. Hoke normally very adept at bunting, but that time it did not work for him. Looked like Don was trying to push that bunt down the first baseline to get Samoli to third and Burgess to second, but he got underneath the ball, and he popped it to Bobby Richardson. Here's the pitch to Mazeroski. It's a ball low and outside, 1-0. Pirate runners on first and second, one gone in the top of the fifth. They trail New York 1-0. Terry getting his sign from Berra. This is the 65th World Series game for Yogi. Here's the pitch on the way. A ball that's outside. Threw him a curveball. It was just an inch outside. 2-0. Terry trying to keep that ball down low to make Mazeroski hit one on the ground and possibly hit into a side retiring double play to get out of it. Samoli's at second base. Burgess on first and 1 out. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Maz. A swing and a pop-up on the infield. First baseman Skowron coming in. He's near the mound. He's under the ball. He makes the catch. 2 gone. Terry neatly working his way out of this. But now the pitcher Vernon Law is coming out to hit. Well, the Pirates had runners at first and second with nobody out. Now those runners are still on at first and second, but they're 2 gone in the fifth inning. Yankees 1, Pittsburgh 0, fifth inning at Yankee Stadium. Vernon Law swinging a couple of bats around. He was called out on strikes the first time up today. It's up to Law to get those teammates around the bases. They're 2 gone. Here's Terry into the stretch. The pitch to Law on the way. Swinging a line drive left field. It's going to be out for a base hit. Up against the wall. Here's Samoli showing. Burgess going into third. It's a double, and the ball game is tied. Vernon Law doubles down the left field line. It hit the 4-foot fence on one bounce, and it drives in Gino Samoli from second base with the tying run. Hit number 2, run number 1 off Ralph Terry. Burgess was held at third by the third base coach Frank Osiak. Vernon Law is on at second base with a double driving in a run. And the ball game is a brand new one now. 1-1 in the top half of the fifth. Here's Bill Verdon. Struck out and grounded out. The lead run at third base in the form of Smokey Burgess. Law, the pitcher, is on at second base. He just doubled in the tying run. Ralph Terry going to have to really bear down now. Here's the windup and the pitch to Burden on the way. A swing at a curveball in on the hands, and he missed it for strike 1. The Pirates have had a single and a double so far in the inning, and they've tied it up here in the top of the fifth. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss at another curveball by Verdon. Terry throwing that breaking stuff right in on the hands, and Verdon swinging and missing. Struck out in the first, and he bounced out in the third. 2 strikes on Bill. Pirate runners at second and third lead away. Here's the 0-2 delivery. Fastball fouled up on the net. And a new ball thrown out by Nestor Shylock to the pitcher, Ralph Terry, who's rubbing it up. Buck runners on second and third. There are 2 gone here in the top half of the 5th inning. The ball game tied. The Pirates won and the Yankees won at Yankee Stadium. 2 strikes to count on Verdon. Here's the windup, the pitch by Terry. Curveball, a little short fly ball that may drop. It does in center field. Here's 1 run scoring. Here's Law trying to score. He does. And Verdon goes to second base. The Pirates lead 3-1. A little soft fly ball that dropped into center field. Hit by Bill Verdon. And on the throw home, he took second base. Smokey Burgess scored from third, and Vernon Law from second base. Hit number 3, runs number 2 and 3 off Ralph Terry, and the Pirates lead 3-1 in the top half of the 5th. Bill Verdon driving in. 2 runs to give the Pirates a 2-run lead here in the top half of the 5th inning. He's on second base. There are still 2 gone, and now the batter is Dick Grote. He's popped up and flied to center. Here's the pitch. Swinging a pop-up on the right side of the diamond. Bobby Richardson moving back behind second under the ball. Moves in, makes the catch to retire the side. But in the inning, the top half of the 5th, Pittsburgh comes roaring back with 3 runs, 3 hits, and 1 man left on. And at the end of 4.5 innings of play, it's now the Pirates 3, the Yankees 1. The second half of this game is being brought to you by the Gillette Safety Razor Company. On the way up to the booth from the clubhouse today, I stopped for a cup of coffee, and the counterman said, "Hi, Jack. Have you tried the new Gillette Super Blue Blade?" Well, that was a gag, of course, but it's a question you're liable to hear most anywhere, and why not? For when a man has tried this blade, he's liable to tell the world about the almost unbelievably quick and easy shaves he gets. And what shaves you do get. Clean, refreshing, and oh so smooth. Those Super Blue Blade edges are called a scientific breakthrough and are exclusive with Gillette. Just try them and see. And now is the time for, while they last, you get a dispenser of Super Blue Blades, a new 1-piece Gillette Super Speed razor and styrene travel case for only 89 cents. Or get Gillette Super Blue Blade separately, a dispenser of 10, 69 cents, or 15 for $1. We pause 30 seconds for station identification. We go to the last half of the 5th inning with the Yankees coming to bat, trailing Pittsburgh by a score of 3-1. And now I'd like to turn the mic over to the gentleman from the nation's capital, Chuck Thompson.
Thank you very much, Jack. And here is Bobby Richardson waiting the first offering from Vernon Law. He looks, and it's in there. Strike is called. Bobby ran the hands up the bat, just turned in over the plate and gave it a look all the way. Strike 1 to Bobby Richardson. The Pirates in front of the Yankees, 3-1, as we go to the last half of the 5th inning. And the tall, lean Pirate right-hander works and throws. Swinging a line drive. Base hit over the outstretched glove of the first baseman, Stewart, and on through the right field. And Richardson is on with his 2nd hit of the afternoon and his 7th hit of the series. Bobby Richardson lines into right field, and the Yankees have their leadoff runner at first base, and the batter now will be pitcher Ralph Terry. Terry in the 2nd inning against Vernon Law went out on a bouncer right back to the mound. None out. Yankees at it in the last half of the 5th inning. Pirates lead the ball game by a score of 3-1. The Pirates 3 runs on 3 hits. The Yankees 1 run on 5 hits. Richardson now has 7 hits in 15 trips in the series. All ready to go. Hope crowds in looking for the bunt. Terry turns as if to bunt, takes the pitch, and the strike is called. Third baseman Hoke really ripping in, coming down that third base line. And, of course, Dick Stewart, Pirate first baseman, charging off the first base side. That sends Mazeroski drifting towards second base, and shortstop Grote moving over toward the bag at second. The set on the pitch, and it is bunted right up in front of the plate, grabbed by Burgess in foul territory, however. And the count down to the pitcher, Terry, will be 2 strikes. Attempting to bunt, Terry fouled one off the first base side. And the count now 2 strikes to the Yankee hurler, Ralph Terry. Don Hoke up on the mound with a few words for Vernon Law. 2 strikes for the pitcher, Terry. All ready to go once again. Law into the abbreviated stretch. He sets. And Terry looks and takes the pitch outside for a ball, and he was looking all the way, did not run the hands up with that, gave no indication of bunting. Ball 1, strike 2 to Ralph Terry. Pirate outfield kind of bunched up, of course, to this pitcher. They give him a lot of room down the foul lines. And the 1-2 pitch, he turns to bunt, he bunts it, and it's a foul ball, strike 3. And Terry is out of there, and Law notches another strikeout. That will be the 3rd in the ball game now. For Vernon Law, 1 out of the inning. Terry bunting misses, and it's a strike 3. Here comes Bob Cerv, who opened the ball game for the Yankees in the 1st inning with a first pitch single to center field. Then in the 3rd inning against Vernon Law, this big, strong left fielder grounded out to short. The pitch. He swings a long fly ball deep into right field. If it stays fair, it's going to go all the way. It's a foul ball. Boy, that one was really popped up there in that upper deck in right field, but a foul ball. And it's just another long strike, as the players would say. Well, Skowron, who has accounted for the only Yankee run of the game as of the moment, hit a right field home run as a right-handed batter. And now we had Cerv threatened, but it was foul. Jim Honachek, right down the right field line and deep in right field, made the fine call. Now the 1-strike pitch to Cerv. It is a foul ball. He tried to turn away from an inside offering. The ball hit the bat and turned foul. Strike 2 to Bob Cerv. And Law really cut the fastball loose. And it seemed to be sailing up and in on the right-hand batting Bob Cerv. 1 out. Richardson, the runner holding first base for the Yankees. Pirates lead the ball game 3-1 in the last half of the 5th inning. Law, the Pirate right-hander, ready to go. He throws, blown away. And the count now is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Trying to get Cerv to go on a bad ball. Cerv refused to bite. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pirate infield up in double play depth right now. Law sets, kicks, and throws. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Law gave him the curveball, and it really dropped off the table, and Cerv goes down swinging. Strikeout number 4 for Vernon Law. 2 down in the Yankee half of the 5th inning now, and the batter will be Tony Kubek. Kubek, who had an opposite field double. As a left-handed batter, he spanked a double into the left field corner in the 1st inning. Then in the 3rd inning, he popped out to the second baseman, Mazeroski. The pitch. Ball 1, inside high. Kubek rocks back out of the way. Richardson walks out to lead at first base. Stewart playing him tight to the bag over that way. The set by Law. The pitch to Kubek. Right down the pipe. Strike is called. 1 ball, 1 strike now. 1-1 to Tony Kubek. Pirate outfield plays Kubek, shaded just a trifle to the opposite side, toward left. Now the 1-1 offering. Kubek swings and misses. Strike 2. A ball, 2 strikes to Kubek. 2 down. Richardson, the Yankee runner at first base. Pirates lead the ball game 3-1. And now again, the 1 ball, 2 strike pitch to Kubek. Here it is. He swings and gets a piece of this one. A foul ball bounces back among the spectators off the first base side. 1-2 to Kubek. Well, Skowron jumped the Yankees in front with a home run, 1-0, and the Pirates came right back on the top of the 5th with 3 runs to take over a 3-1 lead. Now Law ready to go. The 1 ball, 2 strike pitch to Kubek. He swings and misses. He struck him out. Boy, Law blew that one right by him. 5 strikeouts. Yankees in the 5th inning, no runs, 1 base hit, no errors, 1 man left on, and the score at the end of 5 innings, the Pirates 3, the Yankees 1.
Hurry on down to your store, honey, get yourself a great big deal. You'll find out you can save some money on paper, make big deal. The Capri Mark 3 on Main Alive was $2.49, now $1.95. Hurry on down to your store, honey, get yourself a deal, a great big deal, a great big paper mate, big deal.
It's Papermate's Big Deal. The Papermate Capri Mark 3 pen, regularly $2.49, is now just $1.95. Yes, sir, the Capri Mark III, the pen that positively won't skip, even writes over butter, is now yours at the big deal price of only $1.95. And your paper-mate is unconditionally guaranteed. If it doesn't perform, we'll replace it. So get a big deal. Get a Paper-Mate Capri Mark III, was $2.49, now just $1.95.
So won't you hurry on down to your store, honey? Get yourself a deal, a great big deal, a great big Paper-Mate big deal.
Now for the sixth inning, and here's Roberto Clemente to come on against Ralph Terry. Clemente has found Terry a little difficult to solve this afternoon. The fine young Yankee right-hander has spanned 3 of the Buccos, has twice spanned Clemente, both times swinging. Clemente is hitting for a series average of .308. Into the move now. Terry throws a breaking ball outside low, ball 1 to Clemente. Mickey Mantle is shaded around toward right center field. And the big gaping hole in the Yankee outfield now is over the head of the shortstop, Kubek, out of the alley in left center. The pitch coming to Clemente. Fastball rips in. Strike is called. 1 ball, 1 strike to Clemente. The Pirates 3, the Yankees 1. Pirates batting in the top of the 6th inning. Now the 1-1 pitch to Clemente. He looks to step high. Ball 2. 2-1 now. Ralph Terry, the Yankee right-hander, has what could be called almost a classic motion. Very smooth, very fluid. And he's quick with a good curveball, good slider, and a fine changeup. The pitch. Swinging a line drive, base knock, out on the right field corner. Running it down is Maris. Clemente is around first, makes the big turn, and then holds on. And Clemente singles to right field to start the Pirates in the top of the 6th inning. And that brings up the big power fella, Dick Stewart. And Stewart, this afternoon, against Ralph Terry, has popped out to third and then bounced out pitcher to the shortstop to the first baseman. Hit one that glanced off the glove of Ralph Terry, was fielded by Kubek, who threw him out. Now, Skowron comes in, of course, tight to the bag at first base. Clemente, a very dangerous base runner. Stewart digs in, all ready to go. And Terry picks up the sign into the stretch, kicks and throws. Stewart looks. It's low outside, and the ball, a curveball from Ralph Terry. Against Stewart, the Yankee outfield is straight away, and they are very, very deep. This is the first time that the Pirates have led since the first inning last Wednesday, and they lead the Yankees 3-1. Now the 1-0 pitch to Stewart. A let-up curve is too low, and a ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. To Stewart. Well, Pirate fans have been waiting for what must have seemed an eternity for the Pirates to pick up a few base hits and a few runs against the Yankees. Well, they suddenly came to life in the top of the 5th inning with 3 runs and now lead New York 3-1. Now let's see what the big guy Stewart does with this 2-0 pitch from Ralph Terry. Clemente with a bigger lead now at first base, but set by Terry. The pitch, it's low outside, ball 3. On all 3 pitches, Terry has seemed to try and hit the outside corner around the knees to Stewart, and he's just been missing. And Stewart, with a good eye, has held back. 3 balls, no strikes now to Stewart. The set by Terry. Here comes the 3-0. And he laid it right in there, and Stewart was taken all the way. Strike is called. 3 balls, 1 strike. Well, let's see whether Stewart's got the green light now on this 3-1 pitch coming down from Ralph Terry. Terry with the gloved hand on the left knee now straightens out of it into the stretch, kicks and throws. Stewart swings a foul ball. It's out of play into the upper deck. 3-2 to Stewart. The Pirates 3 runs on 4 hits. The Yankees 1 run on 5. And Ralph Terry is not happy with the baseball he's got out there, so he asks for another one, and plate umpire Shylock provides him with same. These pitchers develop, believe me, a very sensitive touch. They can just pick up a baseball and tell you whether it seems a little bit heavy or maybe a little bit out of shape. Pitches don't seem right. And 9 out of 10 times they're right. Well, now here comes the big one, 3-2 to Stewart. He swings the ground ball, slowly hit off the third base side, charging McDougal. No play at second. The only play is to first, in time to get Stewart. And that'll be the first out of the inning. On down to second goes Clemente as Stewart hit a slow roller down third base way. McDougal broke to his left, in on the infield grass, made the pickup and throw in time to get Stewart for the first out.
One away in the Pirate half of the sixth inning. Clemente down at second base. And the batter now will be Gino Cimoli, who sparked the Pirates to their 3-run fifth inning with a leadoff single to right field and then came on to score the first run of the ball game. Right-hand batting, right-hand pitching. Terry all ready to go now. He sets at the belt, throws a slow curveball, drifts outside, ball one. There is action in the Yankee bullpen right now. And as we mentioned yesterday, you cannot see into the bullpen, either Yankee or visitor's bullpen. We cannot identify the player or the pitcher working, but there is activity. Now the set by Terry, the pitch coming to Cimoli. He swings, ground ball hit right toward the second baseman Richardson. He digs it out. Now the throw to first in time to get Cimoli, and on the play, Clemente moves on down to third. Cimoli grounds out to second baseman Bobby Richardson. 2 down. Here is Smokey Burgess, the little round fellow who does a lot of fine hitting and fine catching for the Pittsburgh Pirates. This afternoon, he's 0 for 1. Got aboard in a fielder's choice in the fifth inning. He walked in the second inning. Left-hand swinger deep in the box, and he's got an open stance. Ralph Terry throws. They pitched it, swung on and missed. Strike one, and Burgess gave it the big ripple. Clemente, the runner holding third for the Pirates, 2 out in the top of the sixth inning. Frank Osiak down there at third, hoping that Burgess can do something to get Clemente home. Here's the pitch. High and away to the left-handed batter. Ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mantle, Yankee center fielder, tucked pretty well around toward right center field, and Maris straight away and deep in left. Up a little bit in left field and over toward left center is Bob Serve. The infield is kind of overshifted a little bit toward first, and the 1-1 coming to Burgess. He swings and misses. Strike 2. Kind of looked to me like Smokey might have been guessing a little bit with Terry that time. And Terry fed him a good fastball, but whistled across the outside portion of the plate up around the letters. Burgess couldn't find it. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Clemente walks out to a lead at third base, 2 outs. And here's Terry in the move. The 1 ball, 2 strike pitch to Burgess is inside, just missing the inside corner of the hand. Yogi Berra held it up there for plate umpire Shylock to look at again. But the survey will not pay off. It'll still be ball 2, strike 2 to Burgess. And the 2-2 pitch coming to Smokey. He swings and fouls it off in the dirt into the Pirate dugout. And the count continues 2-2. Now the 2-2 pitch coming down to Burgess. 2 down here on the Pirate half of the sixth inning. Clemente waiting for transportation at third. Here's the 2-2 to Burgess. It's up high, and Smokey takes ball 3. 3-2 now. Full count to Burgess with 2 down. Up in the on-deck ring, Don Hoke, hoping that Smokey can save him a swing here. In this top half of the sixth inning, Terry into the full line now. The Yankee right-hander throws. He curved him. It swung on. Fly ball deep to center and right center. Back of the ball is Mantle. Plenty of room. Backs onto the warning track. Almost 407 feet away before making the catch. Burgess sent Mantle deep in the right center to grab the fly ball. And for the Pirates in the sixth inning, no runs, 1 base hit, no Yankee errors, 1 man left. And the score now at the end of 5 1/2 innings of play is the Pirates 3 and the Yankees 1. Well, Jack, we've watched that Mantle make some dandy plays out there in center field. Kind of reminds you of the White Sox Jim Landis, huh?
Yes, Chuck, it sure does. He's a mighty fast man.
You said it, and a mighty fast man with a razor, too. You know, Jim will not only give you the word on those Super Blue Blades, but if you hold still long enough, he'll tell you what clean, easy shaves he gets. Well, that's typical. One man tells another. There's never been anything like the Super Blue Blade before. Its edges, made by a radically new process, give you such comfort that you hardly know there's a blade in the razor. They're double-edged for economy and convenience and fit any Gillette razor. Super Blue Blades cost 10 for 69 cents, 15 for $1. Or how's this for a money-saving trial offer? A dispenser of Super Blue Blades, a one-piece Gillette Super Speed razor, and a smart travel case for the low, low price of only 89 cents. While the supply lasts. See the special at a store near you.
Roger Maris will lead off for the New York Yankees against Vernon Law in the last half of the sixth inning, and as you hear, Yankee Stadium now begins to come to life a little bit. Maris this afternoon against Vernon Law has flied to right, has grounded out to second. Outfield deep and around toward right, and Law in that abbreviated windup deals inside, coming right on through. The backhanded effort of Smokey Burgess rolls back to the screen, ball one. Maris just kind of bent at the middle and let the ball skim through. 1 ball, no strikes to Maris. Now Law ready to go. He steps and throws. A slow curve, and Maris swings and misses. Strike one. Beautiful pitch, and now Maris has asked plate umpire Shylock to take a look at that baseball. Nestor gives it a quick look and flips it right back to Vernon Law. Mazeroski, Pirates second baseman, has cut around toward the first base side of the infield. Laying deep, he's backed off to the edge of the outfield grass. Now the 1-1 pitch coming down. Law delivers to Maris, a ball a little bit high. 2-1 now. Maris, a good-looking blonde youngster from Raytown, Kansas. Now Law into the move. 2-1 pitch to Maris. Swing and a foul ball drifting out of play off the third base side. And it'll be 2-2 to Maris. I imagine those Pirate fans right now are saying, what a difference a day makes. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Roger Maris. Law throws. He just missed outside for the ball 3, and Burgess came up with the arm cocked ready to wheel it around the infield, but it was off the corner. 3-2 now to Roger Maris. Well, Law's got to come in with it, and of course Maris has got to be ready. Here we go, 3-2 coming down to Maris. Law delivers. High pop-up foul out of play behind the plate. So we'll go right back and try it again. 3-2. Pirates out in front of the New York Yankees, 3-1 here as the Yankees bat in the last half of the sixth inning. A scouring home run gave the Yanks a 1-0 lead at the end of 4, but the Pirates bounced right back with 3 of their own in the top of the 5th and now lead at 3-1. And the 3-2 to Roger Maris. Swinging a long fly ball down the right field line is foul, however, and back among the lower deck spectators. 296 feet tight down the foul line into the right field corner here at Yankee Stadium. And a fellow like Maris can flick one in there with a flip of his wrist. Now the 3-2 to Maris. He swings ground ball off the first base side of the infield. Comes up in a belt-high hop to Mazeroski, the second baseman, and he throws to first in plenty of time to get Maris for the first out of the inning. 1 up, 1 down. Maris grounds out to second baseman Mazeroski. And now here is the southpaw swinging Mickey Mantle, who was intentionally passed in the first inning, and that kind of paid off because then with the bases loaded, Law got Berra to hit into a double play. In the 4th inning, Mantle attempting to bunt on a 3rd strike fouled it. Here's a ball low inside to Mickey. Maris, Mantle, and Berra, the scheduled 3 in the last half of the 6th inning. Law delivers. He's low inside again to the left-handed batter. 2 balls, no strikes. 3 pretty fair bangers here. Maris, Mantle, and Berra. Vernon Law, who won the first one for the Pirates, delivers a slow curve, and Mantle hits it a mile high out into right field, but Clemente is calling for it all the way. Underneath it now, the right fielder's got it in a vest pocket type catch a la Willie Mays for the second out of the inning. Mantle skies out to the right fielder, Clemente. Boy, he put that one up there quite a way. 2 up, 2 down for the Yanks, and now the batter will be Yogi Berra. Berra this afternoon bounced into a bases-loaded double play in the first inning and then bounced out to the pitcher in the 4th. Law delivers. Swing and a ground foul is off the first base side beyond the Yankee dugout. Strike 1. Certainly some of the finest baseball weather a fan could ask for has been ours, not only here in Yankee Stadium, but also in Pittsburgh. And the next pitch to Berra, swing and a ground ball sharply hit left side of Mazeroski. He's there. Good pickup. Now the throw from the outfield grass in time to get Berra for the final out here in the Yankee half of the sixth inning. And the Bombers are 3 up and 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. And the score at the end of 6 innings, the Pirates 3 and the Yankees 1. Well, these Pirates looked like a perked-up ball club. They hustled right back after the Yankees got out front with 3 big runs of their own. They certainly have to hustle, and that goes even to the way they shave. And that's probably why instant lathers are so popular. And of all the instants, Gillette Foamy is the fastest growing. Here is rich, creamy lather. So rich, so full-bodied, a little goes a long way, and that's saving money. And Foamy lather holds oceans of moisture against your beard the whole shave through. Your razor just glides across your face. And here's an exclusive. Gillette Foamy contains K34, the amazing antiseptic that kills harmful bacteria while you shave. Foamy is available in 2 sizes, regular at 79 cents, or the giant economy size, almost twice as much, for only 98 cents. Also, you can get Foamy with cool, refreshing menthol added in both sizes. Get the Foamy you prefer at the store nearest you. We pause 30 seconds for station identification. Don Hoke all ready to go against Ralph Terry as the Pirates come up here in the top of the 7th inning. Don, this afternoon, looking for his first base hit, has lined to left and popped out attempting to bunt. There's a line drive base knock through the middle of center field, and Hoke opens the Pirate half of the 7th with a ringing single to center. He didn't waste any time, did he? He picked down the first pitch. Casey Stengel now is coming out of the Yankee dugout and making his way toward the mound. Jim Coates and Bobby Shantz, we are told, have been throwing in the Yankee bullpen, and Stengel is on his way up to talk to Ralph Terry. They tell a great story about one of Casey's conferences with a pitcher on the mound some years ago, a pitcher that evidently was being pummeled rather heavily and was losing by a lopsided score. And when Stengel got to the mound, the pitcher turned to Stengel and said, "Well, why do I have to go out?" And Stengel pointed to the grandstands all around the ballpark and very softly replied, "Up there, people are beginning to talk." Well, the conference has been held on the mound, Stengel and Berra and Terry. And Terry is staying in the ball game. Stengel is going back to the dugout. And from out of first base now up to the mound to chat briefly with Terry goes Bill Skowron as they try to cover each and every possible situation. With Hoke, the runner at first base, and Bill Mazeroski, right-hand hitting Pirate second baseman, waiting the first pitch from Terry. Mazeroski, quick throw to first, back in time as Don Hoke. Mazeroski against Terry in the 3rd, struck out. In the 5th inning, popped out to the first baseman Skowron. Mazeroski bunts. It's a little bit of a pop-up off the first base side of the mound. Fielded on the first hop by Terry. No play at second. And down to first base in time to get to Mazeroski. A sacrifice bunt. Mazeroski hit a little bit of like a soft line drive that hit off the first base side of the mound. Terry got it in the first hop. Had no play at second base. And threw to first to Richardson covering to retire Mazeroski. And a fine Yankee Stadium ovation goes up for the Pirate hurler, Vernon Law. We had to hold back on that Mazeroski bunt because it kind of hung up in the air a little while and weren't too sure whether or not Terry could get to it on the fly, but he could not. He had to play it on the first hop. Law in the 5th inning rammed a double into left field to drive in the first Pirate run of the afternoon. And now with 1 out and a runner at second base, Law has another opportunity. Terry all ready to go. The Yankee right-hander throws, and Law takes a pitch outside. Ball 1. Don Hoke, the runner at second base for the Pirates, edging out to a comfortable lead. The 1-0 pitch to Law. It is too low and a ball. 2-0 now. We notice that Bobby Shantz, who had been warming in the Yankee bullpen now, is sitting down. Has finished. 2 balls, no strikes. The count to Pirate pitcher Vern Law. Big, tall, good-looking right-handed batter. Terry throws. Here's a swing and a ground ball sharply hit. Backhanded beautifully by McDougal. He has to chase it out in foul territory. And all hands are safe as Hope goes to 3rd. And Law is safe at first base. A sharply hit ground ball
that was backhanded by McDougal just behind the bag at third. It was too hot to handle. Kicked out of the glove and rolled into foul territory. Down to third base goes Don Hoke, and Law is on with an infield hit, a single off the glove of third baseman Gil McDougal. Well, the Pirate hurler this afternoon has 2 hits in 3 trips, and if you remember, our buddy Jack Quinlan not too long ago reminded you that Vernon was not a bad hitting pitcher. Well, he certainly proved it this afternoon. So now the Buccos have runners on the corners at first and third, Law at first base, and Don Hoke at third, and the batter is to be Bill Verdon, who banged a single in the 5th inning to drive in 2 Pirate runs and give the Pirates a 3-1 lead. Again, action in that Yankee bullpen as Bill Verdon steps in. Bill has 3 World Series hits this year, and now Stengel is up on the steps of the dugout and is on his way to the mound. And this may be all for Ralph Terry. Stengel has not as yet made a sign. What a great old man is this Casey Stengel. And now he is giving a sign to the second base umpire, Johnny Stevens, to head out toward the bullpen. And we'll know in a moment who the new Yankee hurler is going to be. But Ralph Terry is now being taken out of the game, having pitched 6 1/3 innings. And it looks like it'll be that little left-hander Bobby Shantz coming out of the Yankee bullpen. Terry has pitched 6 1/3 innings this afternoon, and the Pirates have nicked him for 6 hits. Along the way, the Yankee right-hander has given up but 1 base on balls, a walk to Burgess in the 2nd inning, and has fanned a total of 5 batters. And, of course, the 3 Pirate runs are charged to Ralph Terry. And the 2 men on base, Vernon Law at first base and Don Hoke at third base, are also the responsibility of the departing Ralph Terry. Here comes Bobby Shantz. Bobby Shantz, this year, for the Yankees, had 5 victories and 4 defeats. And in the 60 series, this little left-hander with great stuff has been in 1 ball game, has pitched 2/3 of an inning. And we were unable to touch him, or the Pirates were unable to touch him. And here's a good Yankee Stadium hand going up for Ralph Terry, who gave the best he could give this afternoon against the battling Pirate team that finally has shown some signs of coming to life. Here is Bob Shantz now. The official paid attendance has just been announced, and we'll pass that along to you right now. 67,812. 67,812 paid this afternoon at Yankee Stadium. In the second game of the World Series at Ford's Field, you recall that Bobby Shantz came on in the 9th inning to relieve Bob Turley, and he came on in there and did it in great fashion as he got Hope to hit into a double play, and that was it insofar as Shantz's pitching activity here in the 1960 World Series. The first batter to face Shantz will be Bill Verdon. And Verdon this afternoon has 1 very important hit for the Pirates, a single to drive in 2 runs in the 5th inning. Bobby Shantz has no World Series record. And prior to, check that, make it 0-1 for Bobby Shantz. Prior to this year's World Series, he had pitched in 6 2/3 innings. He appeared in 3 ball games back in 1957 and has a record of 0-1 insofar as a series pitcher is concerned. Well, here is Shantz now, the little left-hander with great stuff, facing Bill Verdon. The first pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 1. Shantz not only has one of the fine curveballs, but here's a little fellow that really plugs up the middle. He is without doubt one of the best fielding pitchers. The pitch coming down to Verdon. He swings and misses as Shantz gave him that southpaw curveball again. Strike 2. Bobby Shantz in relief of starter Ralph Terry.
The Pirates with runners at first and third and one out. Pirates lead the game 3-1. The two-strike pitch to Bill Verdon. He struck him out, swing and a miss, and Verdon goes down on 3 pitches. A long time ago, or what seems to be a long time ago, 1952, this little fellow was the most valuable player in the American League. Won 24 games for the Philadelphia Athletics, 24-7. Back in those days, people in Philadelphia had a shortstop by the name of Eddie Juiced, and they were always singing a popular song called Juiced One More Chance. Here we go now. First pitch coming down to Dick Grope. The pitch is swung on, and a foul ball down the right field side is going to be out of play in the lower deck. Strike one to Grope. Grope this afternoon has popped to second twice and has flied out to center field. 2 out here. Pirate half of the 7th inning, 3-1. The Pirates over the Yankees. And Chance decides now he'd rather try another baseball. So we play a little swap shop now as Shylock gives Chance a new baseball and promptly puts the old one in his pocket where it'll come back in service in a little while. 1 strike now to Grope. Polk at third, Law at first. The kick, and the left-hander throws the big curve, beat on the ground toward the shortstop Kubek. He's there, makes the pickup, throw to second in time to force Law coming down for the final out of the inning. For the Pirates in the 7th inning, no runs, 2 base hits, no Yankee errors, and 2 men are left. A score now at the end of 6 1/2 innings of play. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates 3, the New York Yankees 1. Well, right now, I guess you could imagine most any manager saying, oh, if I only had another long ball hitter like Washington's Harmon Killebrew. Well, Harmon's big and he's tough, but you know, the killer tells me he's got a pretty sensitive skin, and that's why he's so heft on that new Gillette adjustable razor. You see, with this razor, you adjust the blade edge exposure and angle to match your skin and beard. Now, there's a micrometer dial on the handle of the razor that adjusts to 9 different degrees of edge exposure and angle. There's a setting that gives you incomparable shaving comfort. So, for a new and wonderful shaving experience, slip a Gillette Super Blue blade in your Gillette adjustable razor. That's something because Super Blue edges are made by a new and actually revolutionary process to give you clean, and wonderfully easy shaves. And Gillette Super Blue blades are double-edged for double life, double economy. Just 69 cents for 10 blades in a handy dispenser, or 15 for $1. Or a supply is included with any new Gillette adjustable razor in a handsome case for just $1.95. For the New York Yankees in the last half of the 7th inning, Bill Skowron is scheduled to lead off, and then it'll be McDougal and Richardson if they bat in that order here in the last half of the 7th inning. And the official paid attendance announced just a moment ago at Yankee Stadium today shows 67,812 paid. 211,797 fans have paid to see the first 4 games of the 1960 World Series. Vernon Law completing his tune-up tosses, and just about everywhere we look around Yankee Stadium right now, most of the people are up taking that 7th inning stretch. Of course, all of the National League fans who were here have their stretch in the top half of the inning. Bill Skowron against Vernon Law this afternoon bounced out to the pitcher in the 2nd inning, and then he ripped an outside curveball into the seats in right field for a home run, his 5th World Series home run, and his first of the 1960 series. And here is Skowron to start for the Yankees in the last half of the 7th inning, and Vernon Law ready to go. The big Pirate right-hander throws a pitch that's inside to Skowron, ball 1. And right back, here's a pitch high and tight to Skowron. He rocks back out of the way. 2 balls, no strikes. And you hear now Yankee Stadium coming to life. Left fielder Gino Cimoli is shaded around pretty well toward left center field. Gives Skowron a lot of room to pull the ball down in the left field corner. The pitch coming to Skowron is a curve laid right in there, and Bill was taken all the way as the strike is called. 2-1. Vernon Law shooting at his 2nd World Series victory. The 2-1 pitch to Skowron. Swinging the line drive down the right field line is going to be a fair ball, and it bounces off the wall down there. Clemente fields, and they rule it as a ground rule double, so Skowron goes trotting on into second base. It must have bounced into the seats and then back out again. And it's ruled a ground rule double, a line drive into the right field corner to hop in and out of the seats. And Skowron is on with his second hit of the afternoon and his 8th hit of the series. With none out. And Skowron at second base. Gil McDougall steps in, having lined to the right fielder and struck out in 2 previous appearances. Vernon Law now has his work cut out for him as the Yankees try to come back. The pitch to McDougall is a curve off the outside corner, ball 1. There is activity in the Pirate bullpen, as you may suspect. Well, the Pirates lead it 3-1 here as the Yankees bat in the last half of the 7th inning. Vernon Law checks Skowron, turns and throws. McDougall started a swing, couldn't hold it, and it's ruled a strike. McDougall tried to check that swing, couldn't get it back in time, and Mr. Shylock shook the fist in his face. Right fist, that is. Strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now Law, with that abbreviated stretch, kicks and throws, and McDougall takes a strike 2 call. Beautiful, slow curveball that just floated over the outside corner of the letters. 1 and 2. Vernon Law, pitching masterfully this afternoon, has used that changeup to excellent advantage. And has along the way fanned 5. None out. Skowron opened with a double into the right field corner. He's on at second base. And now the 1 ball, 2-strike pitch to Gil McDougall. It's a ball outside. Quick breaking pitch that was wide of the mark up around the letters. 2 and 2 now to McDougall. Now the 2-2 pitch. Law throws, swinging a fly ball, hit into right field, is dropping in a hurry. Coming on is Clemente. He can't get to it. It drops in for the base hit. Skowron around third is held there as Clemente comes in with another beautiful throw. With none out in the inning, the percentage, of course, was to hold that fella Skowron at third base, and they did. And Clemente came up with a beautiful throw to Smokey Burgess, just about 2 steps up the third baseline from the plate. Skowron holds third. McDougall is on at first. And out to the mound now comes the Pirate manager, Danny Murtaugh. And I imagine many fans are guessing that if Murtaugh makes a change now, who will come out of that Yankee, or rather that Pirate bullpen? And I would imagine many baseball fans could suspect that it would be Elroy Pace, but we won't know until Murtaugh decides for us, and he has decided that he will continue with Vernon Law as he leaves the mound and now heads back to the dugout. With the Pirates leading 3-1, the Yankees now have the tying runs on base. Runners at first and third. McDougall at first. Skowron over there at third. Bobby Richardson, the batter, having a great series. The pitch is bunted, popped up foul off the first base side. Nobody gets it. It drops in front of the Yankee dugout. Stewart came loping in on the ball, but it didn't hang up in the air long enough for him to run in under. I see Johnny Blanchard is up in the on-deck circle for the New York Yankees, swinging. And Stengel looks to pinch-hitting activity here in this last half of the 7th inning. Now the 1-strike pitch coming to Bobby Richardson. He looks. The pitch is down low for a ball as Law gave him the curveball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Skowron, the runner holding third base. McDougall, the Yankee runner, aboard at first. None out in the inning. Pirates lead the game 3-1. Yankees threatening. And now the 1-1 pitch coming to Bobby Richardson. Here it is. Swinging a foul ball out of play behind the plate. And the count is a ball, 2 strikes to Richardson. Vernon Law, all ready to go now. The 1 ball, 2-strike pitch to Richardson. Swinging a ground ball hit off to the right side of the second baseman. He's got a tag second. Now the throw to first. It's going to be not in time. Not in time. The Yankee run scores. A slow-hopping grounder over the head of the pitcher, Vernon Law. Going to his right, Mazeroski made the grab and then stepped on the bag at second. That forced McDougall. He whistled his throw to first baseman Stewart, who was really stretching out to meet the throw, but not in time to double up Bobby Richardson. And so the Yankees' second run crosses the plate in the person of Bill Skowron. One out in the inning. And Bobby Richardson is the runner at first base. And here's the announcement on the pinch hitter. Here is Johnny Blanchard, who in 53 games for the Yankees this year hit for an average of .242, and he hit 4 home runs and knocked in 14. John is a left-handed batter with good power, and he's a free swinger. He is batting for Bobby Chance. 1 out, 1 run in, 3-2 now, and here's the pitch to Blanchard, a foul ball. Caroms off to the box seat railing down the third base side. Blanchard was not swinging. He was trying to tuck in and get out of the way of an inside offering, but the ball hit the bat and trickled foul. Pirates 3, Yankees 2. Fourth game of the 1960 series. And a checking throw to first base on the part of Vernon Law. No play. Richardson back in plenty of time. Stewart, of course, is tight to the bag over there. Now the set by Law, the look to first, and the one-strike pitch coming down to John Blanchard is cut on, and a foul ball is off the netting behind the plate. 2 strikes to the pinch hitter, Johnny Blanchard. Shadows of the grandstand now completely cover the first base side of the infield. Law throws, swing, and a ground ball hit off shot to the first base side, on through to right field for the base hit. Clemente charges and gets to the ball in a big hurry, holding Richardson at second base. And John Blanchard, as a pinch hitter, drills a ground ball between Mazeroski and Stewart off the first base side through to right field for the base hit. And here comes Danny Murtaugh again. Mazeroski racing to his gloved side, just couldn't get to that ground ball. It was pretty well hit. Stewart didn't have a chance. But Clemente, with great speed, charging into that ground ball, held Richardson right there at second base. Blanchard delivers with a pinch hit single to right field, and Murtaugh is up on the mound now, talking to pitcher Vernon Law. Also out there, Pirate captain Dick Grote, and the Buccaneers catcher Smokey Burgess. Now we've got a couple of umpires headed in there, too. It appears that Murtaugh has decided that now he will make a pitching change and is going to go to the bullpen. That means this afternoon that Vernon Law has pitched 6 1/3 innings, as did the Yankee starter Ralph Terry. He has allowed 8 base hits. Vernon Law has given up 1 walk this afternoon. That was an intentional walk. Has struck out 5 and is charged with the 2 Yankee runs, and of course the men on base, Blanchard at first and Richardson at second, are also the responsibility of the departing Vernon Law. It appears that Elroy Face is coming out of the Pirate bullpen, as he did in the first game of the 1960 series, when the Yankees came on with a little bit of trouble in the 8th inning. Lopez opened with a single to right field. Roger Maris followed with a single to left field, and then Face was called from the bullpen to relieve Vernon Law. He struck out Mantle. He got Bell out a fly ball to right field, and then he struck out Skowron, and that killed the Yankee threat in the first game of the series in Pittsburgh this year. Throughout the year for the Pirates, Elroy Face appeared in 68 ball games, won 10 and lost 8. He had 25 saves and a 2.90 earned run average. This is the little fella who looks, incidentally, a whole lot like Buster Keaton. And he's quite an entertaining young man, likes to sing, play the guitar. But opposing hitters find him not very entertaining. He is the possessor of a forkball, which has tremendous break, and when he can control it and keep it down on the hitters, Face is almost unbeatable. Joe DeMaestri is now into the ball game as a runner for John Blanchard at first base. Joe DeMaestri. Here's a fine Yankee Stadium welcome for Vernon Law. Listen to this. Elroy Face will take over the pitching chores vacated now by Vernon Law. And he'll try to hold the Yankees right where they are in hopes that his teammates can pick up a few more runs. Among the comments I heard from Yankee ball players about Elroy Face, more than one or two said that they were surprised that Face was as quick as he appeared when they saw him in Forbes Field in the first game. They had heard a lot about that forkball, and they respected it, and Face showed it to great advantage in the first game, but some of the players were surprised over the fact that Elroy could be as quick. Well, here is Bob's serve to Face. Elroy Face. Serve has singled to center. Bounced to short, struck out. 1 for 3. The score, the Pirates 3, the Yankees 2. The Yankees have the tying run at second base in the person of Bobby Richardson. Joe DeMaestri is on at first base. 1 out. And Elroy Face now goes to the set. Kicks and deals. Strike called. He dropped the forkball in on serve, who gave it the long look. 1 strike to Bob's serve. Big, ruggedly built right-handed swinger. Face throws. Another forkball is low inside this time with the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Richardson, representing the tying run for the Yankees, is on at second. DeMaestri running for Blanchard at first. Now the 1-1 pitch to Bob's serve. Face throws, swinging a high fly ball, well hit deep into right center. Verdon going back to the wall. Leaps up, makes the grab, and fell down against the wall to right center field. Tagging up after the catch is Richardson, and he races down to third base. But Bill Verdon came on with a tremendous grab against the wall in right center. Yankee Stadium is on its feet. Everyone here standing up to applaud the brilliant catch of the Pirates center fielder Bill Verdon, who chased a Bob serve fly ball deep to the wall in right center field, 407 feet away, and then went hurtling up into the air and made a brilliant grab, fell down flat on his back, rolled over, and fired to the cutoff man. And tagging up after the catch, Bobby Richardson was able to take third. DeMaestri still holding first base, and Murtaugh has come out to the mound to talk again, briefly, with Elroy Face. But what a catch by Bill Verdon. If you recall the triple that Elston Howard hit in Forbes Field when Verdon gave it a great try out in deep right center field against the light tower, this catch is similar, only this time Verdon came down with the ball. And what a clutch play. And now it's Kubek to face Elroy Face. 2 out now. Richardson, the runner at third base. DeMaestri at first, and Face goes to the stretch. He sets and throws. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Boy, this ball game is picking up in momentum. And what a play Verdon made on the tremendous drive off the bat of Bob's serve. Now Face all ready to go. He's pitching out of the stretch. He sets, throws, inside low on a ball, 1-1, and a good save by the Pirate catcher Smokey Burgess. What a ball game, the 4th of the 1960 series between the Yankees and the Pirates. And the next offering to Kubek is right down the middle. Strike is called, and Face this time went to the fastball and just pumped it right in there. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kubek now. Well, this is baseball's greatest show, and this ball game is really living up to it. The 1 ball, 2 strike pitch to Kubek. It's inside low on the ball. 2-2. For a moment, Burgess lost sight of the ball, and as will so often happen, it was right at his feet, but he spun around in a very excited fashion momentarily until he spotted it. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Kubek. Richardson over there at third base. DeMaestri, the runner at first base. Pirates are leading by a score of 3-2 in this last half of the 7th inning, and the Yankees with a king-size threat going that was interrupted momentarily on a brilliant grab by center fielder Bill Verdon. Boy, what a play. Now Face ready to go. Here comes a 2-2 pitch to left-hand batting Kubek. He throws a swing and a ground ball right back to the mound. Face has. Throws to first. That's it. Kubek grounds out for the pitcher, and Face has come on and done it again for the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Yankees, 1 run in the inning on a total of 3 base hits. No Pirate errors. 2 men are left. A great ovation for Verdon as he comes to the dugout. And at the end of 7 innings, the score of the Pittsburgh Pirates 3 and the Yankees 2. Along with the play-by-play of the series, Gillette brings you this announcement. Now you can get a new man's deodorant, a power spray deodorant. It's called Right Guard. All you do is press the nozzle, and instantly you get a fine aerosol mist that gets right through to where the odor begins and gives you complete coverage. 2 seconds gives you 24-hour protection. No sticky rub-on cream can do a job like this. Neither can hit-and-miss squeeze bottle sprays or gummy roll-ons. It takes a power spray to destroy odor-causing bacteria, give the protection a man needs and wants. And say, does it feel good? Cool, bracing, dries on contact, smells clean and fresh. You'll go for it. Try Gillette's new Right Guard today. In the bright copper-colored can, only 89 cents at a nearby store. We pause 30 seconds for station identification. With a pinch hitting of John Blanchard, it means, of course, the chance is no longer around, and Jim Coates, Yankee right-hander, has been summoned by Casey Stengel to pick up the vacated pitching chores. Jim Coates. He's been in one ball game, pitching 3 2/3 innings. Allowed 3 hits, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. Jim Coates, now pitching for the New York Yankees. On the regular year, this hard-throwing young right-hander won 13 ball games and lost 3. As a matter of fact, Coates got off to a tremendous start. At one time, he had run up a string of 9 victories without a defeat. And this was in the early part of the year when the Bombers were hitting as they finished this year, just anyone and everyone, and scoring quite a few runs. And Coates took good advantage of it, pitched cleverly, and went on to 9 victories without a defeat. Well, here is Coates now to face Roberto Clemente as a leadoff batter for the Pirates. In the top half of the 8th inning, 4th game of the 1960 series, Yankees lead at 2-1 in games, but the Pirates are leading in this game by a score of 3-2 as Clemente steps in against the 3rd Yankee hurler. Coates, the big right-hander, throws a ball. Missed inside. Coates is the kind of a right-hander that has sort of a wind-up. You could say he kind of spreads out all over the mound. He rocks back and forth. A lot of motion. Swinging both arms now, way up over the head. He brings the arm down, deals a fastball pumped in there. Strike is called to Clemente. Now the 1-ball, 1-strike pitch coming down to Clemente, leadoff hitter for the Pirates here in the top of the 8th. Coates deals, swing ground ball hit towards second baseman Richardson. He charges, makes the grab off his right knee, throws to first in time to get Clemente, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Clemente grounds out to the second baseman, Bobby Richardson. 1 away, and the batter now, Dick Stewart. In the last half of the 7th inning, we had a chance to once again see the great defensive play of the Pittsburgh Pirates, particularly on the part of Bill Verdon, and the great clutch pitching of reliever Elroy Face, who came on and did exactly what Danny Murtaugh wanted him to do. Now the pitch to Dick Stewart. Swinging a foul ball out of play off the first base side, strike 1. Stewart has gone 0 for 3 this afternoon, twice bounced out to the infield, and has popped out to third. 1 out, none on. Top half of the 8th inning, 3-2. The Pirates lead the Yankees. Still waiting for Coates now. He reads the side pumped by Berra, swings to that slow, deliberate windup. Here comes the pitch. Way up high on the ball. He turned the fastball loose that time, and it really sailed. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now, believe me, you'll read a few hundred words about the catch that Verdon made. It was one of the finest I have ever seen. Now the 1-ball, 1-strike pitch coming to Dick Stewart. Right-hander Jim Coates delivers. He tried the curve but couldn't find the range, and it's high inside the ball, 2. 2-1. That's the kind of a pitch a pitcher has to be pretty careful with. You get that curveball to hang up there in front of the hitter's face, and sometimes you're in trouble. 2 balls, 1 strike to Dick Stewart. Coates ready to go again. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Swinging a high pop-up in the middle. Out back of second base. Back goes Bobby Richardson. calling for it every step of the way. The Yankee second baseman makes the catch for the second out in the top of the 8th inning. 2 up, 2 down. The batter now will be Gino Cimoli. The Pirates 3, the Yankees 2. Cimoli, who sparked the Pirates to their 3-run 5th inning with a leadoff single, and that's his only hit of the ball game, faces now the Yankee Jim Coates. Coates throws, strike called. He got a good quick breaking pitch over the outside corner of the letters. 1 strike to Cimoli. Against Cimoli, the Yankees, although Cimoli is a right-handed batter, shade him to the right field side of the outfield, with the exception of left fielder Serve. Here's a ball up high now to Gino. Serve is around toward left center. He does give Cimoli a gang of room to shoot at over the head of the third baseman McDougal, but the bigger hole in the outfield is between left fielder Serve and the center fielder Mantle. Cimoli hits a liner over the head of the shortstop. He might run for a little bit. Now the 1-1 pitch to Cimoli. Look out, Gino. Low bridge, and down he goes. Coates got the fastball loose, and it kind of sailed up and in on Gino. Right up under his chin. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 out and none on. Now Coates all ready to go again. Cimoli wigwags with that big bat. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Strike up right down the middle. And Cimoli took it all the way. 2-2 now. Coates, the Yankee right-hander, swings to the wide. The 2-2 pitch to Cimoli, cut out on a ground foul to outside of first base. And the count will continue at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, folks, right now, in this top half of the 8th inning here at the stadium, are kind of settling back just a little bit and getting over the excitement of the preceding half inning. And it was a scorcher. Now the 2-2 pitch coming down to Gino Cimoli. Jim Coates throws, swinging a ground ball, bouncing off the third base side of the mound. Backhanded grab by the pitcher. He recovers, throws to first in time to get Cimoli for the final out of the inning. Pirates are 3 up and 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. And the score at the end of 7 1/2 innings of play, the Pirates 3, the Yankees 2.
Look sharp, feel sharp, be sharp. How are you fixed for blades?
I mean the Snickers.
How are you fixed for blades?
I mean Gillette.
Super Blue Blades by Gillette. Get the quickest, cleanest shave a man can ever get. How are you fixed for blades?
I mean
Gillette Super Blue Blades.
Last half of the 8th inning, here's Roger Maris stepping in for the Yankees, and little Elroy Face is up on the mound. And you might say that Elroy's got some sort of work to do in the last half of the 8th inning, because the Yankees will bat Maris, Mantle, and Berra. Well, listen to the excitement here at Yankee Stadium now. As Maris steps in, looking for his first hit here in this 4th game of the World Series. He has flied to right, and twice has gone out on ground balls to second baseman Mazeroski. Powerfully built left-handed batter, and he loves to slash at that pitch. Face into the big Y now. The little fella throws, strike. He ripped it right in there to Maris. Strike 1. And the 1-strike pitch coming to Roger Maris. Swing, fly ball, well hit into deep center. Back to his left is Verdon. He's waiting for it now under it and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. And Maris is retired on the fly ball to the center fielder, Bill Verdon. The batter, Mickey Mantle. Mantle, like Maris, is looking for his first hit in this 4th game. Was intentionally passed in the 1st inning, attempted a bunt on the 3rd strike in the 4th inning and fouled it away for a strikeout. Flied out to right in the 6th inning. Left-hand batting, Mantle, against the right-hand pitches of the Pirates' great reliever, Elroy Face. All ready to go now. Face delivers. Mantle swings, and there's a foul ball. Back out of play behind the plate, strike one. And the only previous time that Face has pitched to Mickey Mantle, he struck him out. Pirates 3, Yankees 2. 1 out, none on. Yankees batting in the bottom of the 8th inning. In one of the best ball games, if not the best ball game so far in the 1960 World Series. Now the one-strike pitch coming down to Mantle. Way up high and outside. Looked like it got away from Elroy. 1-1. Hoke, Grote, Mazeroski, Stewart around that Pirate infield. And they're swung off to the first base side of the infield. Into the move. The 1-1 to Mantle. Outside, popped out of the mid of Burgess momentarily. 2 balls, 1 strike. It'll be very interesting to see whether or not Mantle next year in spring training with the Yankees will devote all of his efforts to being a right-handed batter. He has complained a little bit about his inability to hit as a left-hander. But yesterday he ran the double into the right field corner as a left-handed batter. Now the 2-1 pitch. Face rocks into the wind now. Here comes the 2-1 to Mantle. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Oh, boy. Mr. Mantle pulled out all the stops on that one. He was really cutting for the boondocks. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Mantle. Face into the move now. Here's the pitch. A foul ball out of play. It looked like Mantle was trying to check that swing, but couldn't get the bat out of the way. 2-2 to Mickey Mantle. Face up on the hilltop right now, massaging that new baseball, rubbing it down, caressing it, getting it so that it feels just the way he wants it to. All ready to go now. Face into the move. Here comes the 2-2 to Mantle. It's way up high. Looked like a knuckleball, as a matter of fact. But it really got away from Face. Like a knuckleball or a pound ball or something. Well, be that as it may. Here's a 3-2 now to Mickey Mantle. He struck him out. Swing and a miss. Mantle goes down. The ball is dropped. Recovered by Burgess. Thrown to first in time to get Mantle for the second out. Assist to Burgess and the put out to first baseman Stewart. A strikeout for Elroy Face. He got him swinging, but the ball popped out of the mid of Burgess. And I believe that time that Mr. Face called upon his Sunday pitch, that forkball. 2 out now. None on, and the batter will be Yogi Berra. It has been said of Berra that he is the most dangerous hitter in baseball in the late innings. And a pretty good student of baseball was credited with that remark, the manager of the Baltimore Orioles, Paul Richards. Now the pitch to Yogi Berra. Swinging a ground ball foul outside of first. Strike 1 to Berra. Berra also is 0 for 3 this afternoon. Hit into a bases-loaded double play in the first inning. Bounced out to the pitcher in the 4th. Went out on a ground ball to second baseman Mazeroski in the 6th. Face now, again, is massaging that new baseball. Don Grote, or rather, Dick Grote, stirring nervously out there at the shortstop, and Don Hoke hollering it in from down third. Here comes the 1-strike pitch to Berra. Swinging a foul ball back up over our head and out of play. 2 strikes to Berra. The Pirates 3, the Yankees 2, 2 out, none on. Yankees batting last half of the 8th inning. In a tremendous ball game, game number 4 of the 1960 series. Face making a lot of necessary adjustments, checking the glove, tugging at the belt momentarily. Now he's ready into the full wide, and the 2-strike pitch to Berra. Ground ball hit down the third base side, charging on his hook. Comes up on a belt high out. The throw to first in time, and that's all for Berra and for the Yankees in the 8th inning. Berra grounds out to third, 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors, none left, and the score at the end of 8. The Pirates 3 and the Yankees 2. Well, that Hoke is certainly the chatter guy around that Pirate infield. He's a lot like Willie Mays of the Giants, a real spark plug, always talking it up.
Just get the Say Hey Kid on the subject of the new Gillette Super Blue Blade, and you'll really hear him go to town. Willie says, with those Super Blues, shaving is so easy, I can hardly believe it. Well, it is almost unbelievable. You get shaved so clean, so refreshing, and with so little effort. Why, the blade fairly floats across your face. Super Blue edges are truly unique, amazingly sharp and smooth. They're made by a process exclusive with Gillette. They fit all Gillette razors and are double-edged for double economy. Here's another way to save while they last. You get a supply of Super Blue blades with a new Gillette Super Speed Razor and a good-looking travel case, all for only 89 cents. Or Gillette Super Blue blades also come in dispensers of 10 for 69 cents, or the new 15-blade dispenser for $1. The Pirates in the ninth inning will bat Smokey Burgess, Don Hoke, and Bill Mazeroski in that order. Burgess this afternoon had walked in the second inning, and he got aboard in a fielder's choice in the fifth inning and flied out to center field in the sixth inning. This young Jim Coates in 2 seasons with the Yankees has won 19 and lost only 4. In 59, he was 6-1, and in 1960, he was 13-3. Well, here's Coates ready to face Smokey Burgess now as the Pirates come on in the top of the ninth inning. Pirates 3, Yankees 2. And a lot of baseball yet to come here in this fourth game. Burgess all ready to go now. Coates staring down, picking up the sign from Berra. Still that long, deliberate look on the part of Coates. He hasn't moved yet. Now he swings the arms, goes to the wind, and the first pitch coming down to Burgess. Swinging a ground ball is dribbling foul down the first base side. Strike one. Yankee outfield set to play Burgess to pull the ball into the right field section. They've got Mantle swung way around toward right center. And Maris is backed up deep and straight away in right field. Serve is well over into left center field. And Serve's the only outfielder standing in the sunshine right now. One strike pitch coming down to Burgess. Coates throws. Fastball is outside, and the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the 1-1 pitch coming down to Burgess. Smokey swings, hits a ground ball off the first base side. To his right, first baseman Skowron grabs, throws to the pitcher covering at first base just in time to get Burgess for the first out. Burgess is out, first baseman to the pitcher covering. The batter now, Don Hope, lined out to left, attempting to bunt. He popped out in the fifth inning and then singled to center field in the seventh. The Yankees and the Pirates locking horns in a real battle here in game number 4 of the series. Pirates lead 3-2 with 1 out and none on in the Pirate half of the ninth inning. Hope, right-hand swisher, waiting the first pitch now from Jim Coates. Here it is. Right down the middle, strike is called. Now the 1-strike pitch coming to Don Hoke. Coates delivers. Curved him, and Hoke swings and misses. Strike 2. 2 strikes to Don. Yankee outfielder Don Hoke kind of spread out, guarding all of the exits, figuring that Hoke can and will hit the ball to any and all fields. 2 strikes the count. Yankee right-hander Coates into the wind now. Here's the pitch. A little high, and a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now the 1 ball, 2 strike pitch to Don Hoke. Coates throws. He missed outside low with this one. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to Don Hoke. 1 out, none on. Pirates batting here in the top of the ninth inning. And the 2-2 to Hoke. Swing and a fly ball, well hit, deep into right center. Here's Mantle racing back to the warning track, still going. He's there with a one-handed grab. Mantle
field with that great speed to burn. Just literally caught up to that ball that was really popped. I mean, Hoke hung it out there almost 407 feet away. And Mantle actually caught up to the ball. It was well hit. But Mickey opened up both jets, cruised under the ball, stuck out the gloved hand, and held on to it. A fine running catch by the Yankee center fielder, Mickey Mantle. Boy, these center fielders, Mantle and Burton, have just filled that outfield with defense. Man, they have been wonderful. Here is Mazeroski now. And Coates throws. Outside low, comes right on by to the screen, ball one. Mazeroski struck out in the third. He popped out to first baseman Skowron in the fifth inning. Called upon to sacrifice in the seventh inning. He did so perfectly and was thrown out pitcher to the second baseman covering. 2 down. None on. And the 1-0 pitch to Mazeroski. Swing, and there's a line drive hit into right field. To his left goes Maris. Can't get to it. Has to play it on the hop, and it's in for the base hit. As Mazeroski singles into right field, and the Pirates have got a little bit stirring here in this ninth inning. And out of the Pirate dugout now comes Elroy Face. The Pirate fireman. And this man has been nothing short of sensational for the Pirates. Elroy Face, incidentally, is something like Vernon Law in that he is respected. He's a pretty good sort of a hitter. Matter of fact, he had 7 hits for 17 trips this year. An average of .412. Left-handed swinger. Coates throws. High. Ball one. Two out. In the Pirate half of the ninth, the Pirates lead the ball game 3-2 over the Yankees. And Coates working now on his opposite number, Elroy Face. The pitch, swing and a miss. And Elroy that time was swinging not only with the bat, but with his leg. He whipped around in fine fashion. 1 ball and 1 strike. Mantle, Yankees center fielders around a little bit toward right center. Here's the 1-1 pitch coming down to Face. He did swing. Mr. Shylock said you didn't check it, Elroy, and it's a strike 2. Started to swing and tried to hold back on it. Couldn't stop it. And the count is a ball and 2 strikes. The pitch was high and wide. Now the 1-2 pitch coming down to Face. Coates deals, curved him, and it's fouled away. Back on the screen behind the plate. Now the count continues at a ball, 2 strikes. Now Jim Coates out of that stretch. He delivers. And here's a foul ball that's held onto by Berra as Face tried to stop the swing, couldn't do it. The ball ticked the bat, popped up into the air, and Berra grabbed it, and so it's a strikeout. For the Pirates in the ninth inning, no runs, 1 hit, no Yankee errors, 1 man left. Score at the end of 8 and a half innings of play. It's the Pirates 3, the Yankees 2. Whatever since Gillette first introduced new Super Blue Blades, they've been going like 60. Men, millions of men have gone overboard for them. In fact, Gillette has received a really staggering amount of fan mail, plus an all but unbelievable amount of personal praise. Behind this is shaving comfort you just can't describe. You get shaved so quick and so easy, and you'll do a double take to see if you put a blade in the razor. How about you? Have you tried the new Super Blue Blade? You just don't know what you're missing if you haven't. And you couldn't pick a better time to try them than right now. Here's the deal. You get a dispenser of the amazing Super Blue Blades, a modern Gillette Super Speed Razor, a handsome travel case, all for the giveaway price of 89 cents. How's that? You save money, and you're in for clean shaves, refreshing shaves, the kind you can't touch with any other method. Super Blues also come 10 for 69 cents or 15 for $1. Half of the ninth inning. The Yankees will bring up Bill Skowron as a leadoff batter. He will be followed by Gil McDougald, and a new Pirate catcher is in the ballgame now. Defensively, Bob Oldus. Bob Oldus has come on to catch in this bottom of the ninth inning. Pirates 3, Yankees 2. Skowron leads off. Skowron, who homered in the fourth inning to give the Yankees one of their 2 runs. Pace swings to the right and deals a ball just outside. He was trying to pitch down on Skowron and got a little bit low and away from him. Skowron this afternoon has been a toughie. He has had a home run and a double in 3 trips to the plate. Pace into the move now. And the 1-0 pitch is swung on. There's a long fly ball down that right field line. It may do it if it's there. It is a foul ball. Foul ball at the last moment. Oh, and Skowron threatened to do it again. He just flicks those wrists at the pitch and hit a screamer deep into the right field corner, and it looked like it was pretty close. But Jim Honachek, American League umpire, deep down that right field foul line, stayed right with it and gave it the foul call. And if you're a Pirate fan, you heave a sigh of relief. If you're a Yankee fan, you've got to come up with a pretty good groan. 1 ball and 1 strike to Bill Skowron. Boy, what a ball game. Elroy Face, looking down to Bob Oldus, picks up the sign into the wide now. The 1-1 to Skowron is a little bit high in a ball. 2-1 now. And the 2-1 pitch coming to Skowron. Strike call right over the outside corner above the knees. That's where Face tried to get the first one, and he missed a little bit low and away. 2-2 now to Skowron. Seoul Stadium is fairly buzzing with tension right now. Face swings to the wind. The 2-2 to Skowron. A ground ball hit foul outside of first, and the count continues at 2-2. Skowron stepping out momentarily. Now back in, and we're ready to go again. Center fielder Bill Verdon is shaded a little bit toward right center field, and that Clemente is backed all the way up to the warning track in front of the 344-foot sign and straightaway right field. This Skowron really punishes the ball to right and right center. Now the 2-2 pitch coming to Bill Skowron. Ground ball sharply hit. Backhanded grab by Hope at third. A beautiful play. The throw to first. He's got him. What a play by Don Hope. A backhanded grab. He recovered and threw him out. And Skowron had it hit, and I mean he had it hit good. Threatened to go between Hope and the bag. But that courageous Pirate third baseman went a little bit to his right, backhanded the ball beautifully, and threw him out. 1 down. And a lot of that Pirate defensive play that we have heard so much about has begun to shine through in this 4th game. The batter will be Gil McDougald with 1 out in the last half of the 9th inning and none on. Dale Long has come up in the on-deck circle for the New York Yankees. McDougald steps in and Face throws. Ball up high. McDougald has lined to right, struck out, and singled to right field in 3 previous turns. Face into the move now. The 1-0 pitch to McDougald. Swing and a miss as he dropped that fork ball in on him. 1-1 now. The Pirates 3, the Yankees 2. The Yankees at bat in the last half of the 9th inning. 1 out, none on. And Gil McDougald, the batter, with a count of ball and a strike. Right hand batting, right hand facing. Elroy Face, the Pirate reliever, into the move. He throws. A strike 2 call. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a lot of noise and a lot of excitement at Yankee Stadium this Sunday afternoon. Now Face staring down to Bob Oldus. His new catcher into the move. The 1-2 pitch coming to McDougald. Line drive towards short. Grote has it for the 2nd out. A soft line drive. Hit right out to shortstop Dick Grote. He gloved it for the 2nd out of the inning. 2 down. In the 9th inning, and the batter will be Dale Long. Dale has had 1 at-bat without a base hit. But over the year for the Yankees, he hit 366 in 26 ball games, 3 home runs and 10 runs knocked in. And I guess baseball fans remember him best for his 8 home runs in 8 consecutive games. Elroy Face has now retired 7 in a row since he came on in the 7th inning. And here now is Dale Long. The first pitch to Long is low and inside, a ball one. Dale, a big, powerfully built left-handed batter. And the 1-0 pitch to Long, a swing and a miss. Strike one. This big fella was giving it quite a ripple. What a difference a day can make in a ball game. And how about a difference a year will make? Because here Long used to be a teammate of Elroy Face. Now the 1-1 pitch. A little low and a ball. 2-1 now. 2 out. None on. Yankees batting bottom of the 9th inning, and the Pirates lead the ball game 3-2. And Face trying to make that 1 run stand up. 2 balls, 1 strike to the pinch hitter, Dale Long. He's a big one. All ready to go now. Face thinking things over, staring down at the dirt. Now the little fella into the move. Here comes the 2-1 pitch to Dale Long. Swinging a foul ball off the chest protection of plate umpire Shylock, and the count levels 2 balls, 2 strikes to Dale Long. Now Face dips over and grabs himself a handful of that rosin bag and then goes to work massaging that new baseball. Bob Oldest crouching down behind the plate. Just biding his time, waiting for Face. All ready to go now. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Dale Long. Face into the move. Brings the arm down. The pitch. Ground ball pulled foul outside of first. And the count continues 2-2 to the pinch hitter, Dale Long. In the on-deck circle, if he is needed, Hector Lopez of the New York Yankees. 2 out, none on. A lot of baseball packed in every pitch. Face now turns around, takes a quick squint out toward center fielder Bill Verdon. Now turns his attention to the plate. Into the move now, and here comes the 2-2 pitch to Long. Low on the ball, 3-2. Boy, that was close. Well, as the fella says, we've gone about as far as we can go with Dale Long. Something's got to give right now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, none on. Pirates 3, Yankees 2 in the last half of the 9th inning. Face throws. A high fly ball into shallow right field. Clemente is coming in. Mazeroski's going back. Clemente calls for it. He's under it. He's got it. The game is over, and the Pirates win. Dale Long skied out to the right fielder, Clemente, and the battling Buccos of Pittsburgh have won, and now will draw even. In the 9th, no runs, no hits, no errors, none left. And that final score here at Yankee Stadium in the 4th game of the 1960 World Series, the Pittsburgh Pirates 3 and the New York Yankees 2. And this, without a doubt, one of the most exciting, thrilling ball games of the series. Elroy Face with a magnificent relief job. He retired 8 men in a row after coming into the ball game in the 7th inning and got the pinch hitter Dale Long on the fly ball to right, and that final score is a 3-2. The totals read for the Pirates 3 runs on 7 base hits. They did not commit an error, and the Pirates stranded 6 men today. And for the New York Yankees, they showed 2 runs on 8 base hits. They did not commit an error, and they also stranded 6 men. The winning pitcher will be Vernon Law, who has a record of 2 wins and no defeats. The loser, Ralph Terry, whose record now is 0-1. And the 1960 World Series stands all even. The Pirates 2 games and the Yankees 2 games. And now to recap the highlights and talk to us a little bit about this scorcher, let's turn the microphone over to Jack Quinlan.
Oh, Chuck, I'm still shaking, boy. This was something here today. Tremendous catch by Bill Verdon earlier. Another fine catch by Mickey Mantle. The clutch pitching of Elroy Face in relief of Vernon Law. The Pirates have tied the series at 2 victories apiece. And out of Yankee Stadium right now are walking 67,812 fans, all talking to themselves because of the show that they saw out here this afternoon. In the very first inning today, Vernon Law, the Pirate pitcher, got into a little jam, but he worked out of it neatly by making Yogi Berra ground into a double play with the bases loaded. In the bottom of the 4th, Bill Skowron put New York in front with a home run, his first home run of the series and the Yankees' 7th. a blast into the right field seats downstairs. And then in the top of the fifth, the Pirates came right back with 3 runs of their own. Gino Samoli started the rally with a single to right field, the first hit off Ralph Terry, incidentally. Smokey Burgess hit a slow hopper down the first base line to Bill Skowron, and Moose elected to try for a force on Samoli at second base. He was too late with his throw, and everybody was safe. Runners at first and second and nobody out. Don Hoke, attempting to move the runners to second and third, popped the ball back to Bobby Richardson on the bunt attempt. So there were runners on first and second with 1 out. Then Bill Mazeroski popped to Bill Skowron. Right there it looked like Terry was about to get out of it, but Pirate pitcher Vernon Law took care of things. He doubled into left field, driving in the tying run to make it 1-1. Center fielder Bill Burden then dropped a hit in front of Mantle out in short center field, and 2 more Pirate runs crossed the plate, and Pittsburgh led 3-1. In the top of the 7th inning, Yankee manager Casey Stengel made a pitching change as the Pirates threatened again. Bobby Shands, a little left-hander, came on and put out the Pittsburgh threat. Law was coasting along until the bottom of the 7th when Skowron doubled, McDougal singled, and Richardson hit into a force play. With Skowron scoring, making it 3-2. It was Bobby Richardson's 9th RBI of the series, incidentally. Well, after a pinch single by Johnny Blanchard, Vernon Law left, and Elroy Faye strolled in from the bullpen, and he hit an Elroy Face, Bob Serve at the plate hit an Elroy Face pitch just about as far as you can hit it in this ballpark and still keep it inside. A drive to the 407-foot sign in deep right center field. Bill Burden made a leaping catch, one of the greatest catches you will ever see anywhere at any time. And then Kubek tapped to the mound to retire the Yankees and keep the Pirates in the lead 3-2. In the bottom of the 9th inning against Elroy Face, Skowron slammed one down the right field line. It looked like it could be fair, could be foul. As it turned out, it kept slicing and landed in foul territory just outside that foul pole in the lower seats. It gave the Yankee fans a big thrill and the Pirate fans a terrific scare for a moment, but the ball was foul. And then, he finally grounded out to Hoke, who made a tremendous backhand stab behind the bag at third. McDougal then lined to the shortstop Groth. Dale Long was sent up to pinch hit for Bobby Richardson, and he hit a short fly ball to Bob Clemente in right field to retire the side, end the ball game, and it was a terrific victory for Pittsburgh. They needed it in the worst way, otherwise they would have been 2 games back, and the Yankees could have clinched things out here tomorrow. As it is now, the series is a cinch to return to Pittsburgh because it's even up at 2 victories apiece. And in Game 5 tomorrow, Danny Murtaugh, the Pirate skipper, already has named a little left-hander Harvey Haddix. Who the Yankee pitcher will be is in the mind of Casey Stengel right now and nobody else. He did not indicate before the ball game who his pitcher would be tomorrow. He said he'd have to wait until things develop this afternoon. And as it turned out, the Yankees have lost the ball game by a score of 3-2. Defensively, of course, the gem of the ball game was turned in by Bill Burden with a leaping catch of a Bob Serve blast up against the 407 sign. How he got back there, I don't know, but how he leaped so high, I'll never figure out. But he caught the ball, and Richardson, the runner at second, was able to tag up and go to third after the catch was made. Mantle made a fine play on a ball hit by Don Hoke in the top of the 9th inning. He went all the way back to the track and made a one-handed catch of a ball that was well hit, and he made it look easy, actually. Again, the totals for the Pirates: 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors, 6 men left on. The Yankees had 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors, 6 men left on. Vernon Law started and won it. Great help from Elroy Face. Law now 2-0 in the series. Ralph Terry started and lost it. He's now 0-1. And the series is even at 2 games apiece. This broadcast is authorized under broadcasting rights granted by the Commissioner of Baseball, solely for the entertainment of our listening audience. And any publication, rebroadcast, or other use of the descriptions and accounts of this game without the express consent of the Commissioner is prohibited. Our producer has been Joe Hassel, our engineer Harry Alexander. And now, this is Jack Quinlan for Chuck Thompson, reminding you to be sure to tune in tomorrow afternoon at 12:45 Eastern Daylight Time for the 5th game of this exciting 1960 World Series, brought to you by the General Motors Corporation and by the Gillette Safety Razor Company.